Welcome, Dave. Let's go, my guy. It's Sunday. How you doing?
I'm doing great. A lot of action all weekend long. What the heck's going on with this? Oh yeah, I'm good. My computer just glitched out. I'm here. I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's do it. You guys, appreciate you coming in. Impromptu Sunday. We had the impromptu Saturday. Picks from Dave and the cast holding it down. I was inebriated, so I was MIA, but we'll come back at you guys today. We got plenty of sports to go here. We've got the NBA's popping off at 3:30, about 30 minutes to go there. You know, we've got some action. We've got NHL. The Lightning are about to lose game number 1 of this series. And then we've got a ton of baseball that's going to be floating in here between 3, 4, 7, 8. We got hockey games going at 10. We'll see how long we get rolling on it, but appreciate everybody joining us there. Real Deal Prime, appreciate you. Subhuman Gaucho up in the house as well. Dave, I gave out a free hockey play today, and despite the hockey record, I got some people saying they wanted the ribeye play today. I guess I can't win.
Well, you know, they should take what they can get. I think someone came in the chat yesterday saying that you gave out some play and it hit, or I don't know what it was yesterday. Oh, it was the Hurricanes. You gave it, and you read it right about something about how they were going to be up 1 goal. Then at the end of the game, they'd have an empty net or something. Basically, you read the game right. So what the fuck you want something that he's hot on and fucking being Nostradamus about, or do you want something that's more of a crapshoot? Come on, guys, give me a break.
We did hit the RBI play yesterday too, though. It was only a plus 135. Actually, it's funny. I was going back and forth with your boy Dabby Cab, and I was like between 3 plays for the RBIs, and I gave out 1, and all 3 of them hit. So it was a good RBI day. But Dave, this week, man, the RBI, I can't recall it last year. I know I started later in the season with the RBIs, but I think I've now got 5 balks, 3 designated hitter situations, and something else crazy happened as well. And it's like, I mean, in 1 week's time, 8 things happened that didn't happen all last year. So it's what are you going to do? It's early in the season. That's the way the cookie crumbles. But 3-2 final here for this Florida Panthers Tampa game. It's kind of a little surprised by that outcome there. There's no value in losing, Dave. We all know that.
Yeah.
But at plus 155, that seems goddamn disrespectful. It's in Florida. It's not like they had to travel that far. It's a short trip.
Yeah. I had the Panthers in reg, but I've been saying I'm going to be very square about this. I've been saying the Panthers are going to win everything, so how can I not go and bet them? But I agree. That's everything about it scared me. It was I almost didn't bet it because it was in reg at minus 110, and I hate laying juice. But to me, the Lightning are good enough to keep it close and good enough to be worried about going to overtime. So I bet it. I was hesitant, but I got lucky, I guess.
Yeah, I think I don't know if you subscribe to the theory around the favorites, but between yesterday and thus far today, the favorites have just smoked everybody. You look at the NHL yesterday, we had nonstop favorites kicking ass and taking names out there. You look at the Hurricane spot, we talked about that. A lot of people were on that regulation minus 140 or whatever. We were able to turn it up to a plus 120 with the minus 1.5. Then the Bruins handled the Maple Leafs. I was all over the Bruins in that spot. That was a little minus 130 shot as well. You look at the NBA, kind of go down the board, right? Every favorite won in the NBA yesterday as well. The Sixers got downed. The Cavs kicked the shit out of the Magic. The Timberwolves beat the Suns. And the Nuggets, once again, what is it, 9 straight now? The Nuggets have owned LeBron James. So do you subscribe, Dave, to the theory that can't be all favorites? There's got to be a dog in there, or are each game still capped in an individual event?
Well, I kind of expected some things were unexpected, some were expected. I expected the Nuggets to do exactly what they did. I thought 7 points was too much, but the Lakers controlled the game the first half. I figured the Lakers would keep it. I think the Lakers can defend the Nuggets better than most teams, but the Nuggets did what they did. I knew they'd storm back. I didn't think that they'd cover 7. They covered double that. So no, I'm not really surprised. Obviously the Celtics, I'm on the Mavs today. They're a favorite. So I think these first games, and I don't remember the stat, I can pull it up. it's really the first game of the first round. It's really, really heavy to the favorites, and it's been that way for years. So don't expect too much magic. You kind of got to pick and choose. I really like the unders for a lot of games yesterday, which didn't pan out, and today. That's more of what I'm looking at. But one thing, and I'll send it back to you. This Colorado Rockies Mariners game pops off here in a minute. I was on the over yesterday. If you would have told me that the Mariners scored 7 runs and we didn't hit the over, I would have fucking said you're crazy. I'm on it again today. I'm on the over. So
I like it. Speaking of those unders in the NBA, I believe the number is now 9-2. 9-2 to the first half unders. We cashed again with this game earlier today here. This Boston Celtics spot there, cashed that. Not easy, but it was under. I think it was 105 on a 107.5. So we will take it and we will keep running it. Dave, I was thinking about it this morning as I was playing it. I was like, man, I feel like this is a lot of that Dave primetime football unders there. I'm just fucking coming in hammering it. Just give it to me at this point. I started out slow and, popped in there. A half a unit the first game and just been kind of growing it since then. Now we're up to standard unit size. We've hit it enough consistently that it doesn't make sense to get off it.
Well, I'll tell you a stat. So the past 5 seasons in the postseason, in the first round, totals that were 218 or less. And we're in the age of, we've seen in the past 2 years, we've seen average totals in basketball jump like 15%. It's been crazy. 225 was a big total 2 years ago. Now we're seeing 240s on the regular. In these past 5 playoffs, though, first rounds, 218's the number. If you see that or under, the under has hit 63% of the time. It's crazy in the first round. And it's tough when you see 208s, 209s, all of those. But we were on track for a full game under in the Celtics game. It's going to be close, but I know brain take unders at 218 or under. I'm not even capping anything else. Yeah. I'm just riding the 63%.
The lower they are, the better they are too, right? It kind of like, all right, they know exactly what's happening out there. But hey, we do have this New York Rangers game that's going to pop off here in just a couple of minutes as well. So we've got some perfect timing for this action. We'll talk a little bit about this game. Dave, I don't know what kind of action you have involved in this one, but I found it difficult for a couple of reasons. This fucking number to me, and the other factor that goes into it is the President's Cup trophy winning teams. They seem to get knocked out in the first round year in and year out. So, this kind of falls back to me with that spot where we've got favorites that have been nonstop in cash in. But I don't know about this Capitals team. I don't know if they're skilled enough to figure out a way to get it done. What do you think?
I'm going in here right now, and I'm going to put $5. You never see me do this. Just out of spite, minus 280, $5 on the Rangers. Fuck the Capitals.
You can't say I never see you do that. I think there was a Vegas Golden Knights game I watched.
There was like minus 5,000. But I'm doing this to say that I'm betting against the Capitals every game. So that's what I'm doing.
I got you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you some action that I did take in that game. I've got the first period under 1.5. I know there have been some scores in these first periods, and I expect as the NHL moves forward, generally speaking, they're kind of explosive offensively. They're just trying to kind of exploit holes early. As we get to games 2, 3, 4s, and then closers on, things will tighten up. But I do expect in this one, I think with the goaltending situation they've got with Shesterkin, I expect a lower scoring start. So I went the first period under. It was minus 118. I went to any goal score. Again, difficult. I just want to play the Capitals and say, fuck these Rangers, but I have a future sticking on the Rangers, so I can't do that out of principle at this point. Dave, you know what they say. Future tickets don't affect my bets, but in this case, they certainly are. That being said, Panarin, anytime goal scorer was a plus 135, is a plus 135 spot out there. Guy's just way too skilled. Left winger, leading goal scoring, point producing guy on the New York Rangers, 49 goals, 71 assists. And it's a nice plus money spot. So I kind of thought, here's a different way to root for this game. Low scoring. We'll see, if this over does happen to fall in the first period, then I'll still live bet this under. But Panarin, and then I did a little same game parlay. I did take the Rangers on the money line, fucking square as fuck. I added Panarin goal to it, and then I coupled in the Washington team total under 2.5, and that made it a plus 198. So I've got kind of a little trifecta spot there in this Rangers game. There's no value in the minus 1.5 for me. You'd have to lay 2.5, I think, to be able to extract any kind of value in this game. And
Yeah.
I don't know that we see it. We're going to see a 3-0 finish. I'd rather bet the 3-0 finish than bet -2.5.
That game has zero. That's the whole piece. Hit the nail on the head. That game. I mean, you can do your parlays and all that, but if you're looking at if you're a traditional bettor as far as betting sides, puck line, in reg, all of that, you have to do an extended puck line to get it around, even money. No, thank you. There's better bets. And should the Rangers cream them? Yes, but here's the deal. Should the Capitals have been in the playoffs? No, they've Ovechkin's been playing out of his gourd for how old he is. So, how would you like it? How would you like it to lay 2.5 goals and that fucker gets some cheap goal with 2 minutes left to fuck? I mean, there's just better spots, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if you play the ladder game, to your point there, you look at kind of where do the books expect there to be the exposure. It is kind of sitting there at -2.5. You look the -1.5 just at DraftKings is -105. -2.5 moves to +185. The 3.5 moves up to +350. So, there's the books don't think there's any way the Rangers win this one by 4. Boston doused Toronto by 4 goals though yesterday, in a spot where the home team that line was a little different in terms of the functionality there, but tricky spot for this game. We'll see how it plays out. We'll look for some live betting opportunities, not against anybody that wants to go after the big score, but I think there's other spots for us to bet on. And that kind of brings us into this NBA spot. So, for me, 3:30, plenty of time to get in there. I'll tell you, there's 2 things I did. One, I'm back to the auto under. Well, I guess there's 3 things I did. I'm on the first half auto under. I hate even saying that because it just seems like you're not capping it. And I'm not, I guess, at this point. I'm just playing it because it's hit so many fucking times in the series. I got the first half I've got the full game -3. There's no Kawhi in this game, right? So Kawhi's out of this thing.
No, he's out.
What does that do to the pace of the game? That, to me, that might liven the pace up a little bit, but I went to attack the player prop angles in this one as well, Dave. So I just cashed. Fucking Pritchard for the Boston Celtics, man. That spot there, he had over 1.5 3-pointers was like +150. Over 2.5 assists was like +125. Those both cashed in the first half. I'm going to run back into some prop games here. I've got let's see what I've got. I've got Harden over 9.5 assists is +115. I think he has to assume a more dominant role in this one here, but
I have a bet against that, actually. That's so funny you picked really? That. Yeah. But go ahead. I want to hear what you got to say.
Yeah. Well, so I was just looking at this one thinking, yeah, the lines moved. The lines moved, in my opinion, simply because of the Kawhi. Not my opinion, but that's simply because of the Kawhi factor here. But as I was looking at this thing and kind of how it's going to break down, who I think is going to be the player to go out there and get it done for us, I think that it's difficult, easy to say Luka, right? Luka's going to go out there and smash. Of course, he should smash. It's a big game for him, but I just don't know that I want to get tied up in all of that. I would think, one of the guys that I like, crazy as it may sound, PJ Tucker. He's coming off the bench. He's probably going to get about 1 minute of playing time. Him to get 1 point, is +225.
I love PJ Tucker.
+225. Now it's opened up. It opened up at 2.5. So clearly he's taking a back seat here, which is surprising given that Kawhi situation. But I'm going to take a roll with that PJ Tucker. To me, that seems like a good little opportunity. And I'm going to go with this Dallas spot. Like I said, I got the full game -3. I'm going to take the first half too. I mean, I know square. I'm not as excited as I should be about it, but it just feels like these are the spots you got to take advantage of here. -1.5.
It's up to 3.5 right now. It went from 2.5 to 3.5 since this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always have this issue. People reach out to me and they're like, "What channel are you on?" Is my channel not?
The problem with trying to search it is because it's small. You have to put pimp slap POD all one word. You can't choose. You can't search Mike M or pimp slap. You can't do that. So the easiest way is for you to post a link, obviously in Twitter, or post it. Give them the link. And as you get more, hit the algorithm, you'll be able to pop up. And they should fucking subscribe. If they don't subscribe, if they subscribe to you, it's not an issue. Subscribe, motherfuckers. Like, what are you doing?
Great comment. Great point.
Yeah. And if you want bell notifications, Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to ask you to lay it on us. Talk to us about this Clippers game here. I know you were looking to kind of talk some points and some spots here.
Yeah, well, so I'm on 2.5 on the Mavs. I think the Mavs win. I think Luka smashes. I think the Mavs have a chance to go far, and if they meet the Nuggets, I don't know. I think Kyrie's found his place, which is crazy because he's played forever. I think it's kind of like one of those marriages where the man wants to be in control, says he's in control, but the wife's in control. That's how it is. That's Kyrie and Luka. Luka knows who's really in control, but he doesn't. There's no clap back. Like Kyrie on the Nets, there was too many alphas. Obviously, with LeBron, he was the alpha. Kyrie can think whatever. Luka just goes out and fucking balls. I think it's a very good. They're playing really well. They've also figured out kind of how to play defense the second half of the season. So I like that. So I'm on them. I'm also on a parlay, and I got a sweat-free parlay up to $100. So I maxed it out. I've got Zubac over 10.5 points. I think that's a gimme because there's no real dominant bigs. That just like the Valanciunas with bet with in the other game, last game. So he's in the 4-leg parlay. I've got hold on a second, let me pull it up. I've got you fucking motherfucker. Loading. I got the Dallas money line, Zubac over 10.5. I have James Harden under 9.5. I thought that was high. It's strange that it's at that number. Maybe I shouldn't have put it there now that you like it, but he's one of the most selfish players in big games ever. And then PJ Washington over 1.5 threes. That was juiced to minus 162 on its own. I threw it in the parlay. I've kind of forgot about him. Last year he was the real deal. He's a big guy that takes 5 or 6 chances. So if he's 33%, he takes 6, he makes 2. That parlay, 4-leg parlay, is plus 650. Plus 615. So that's what we got. But the bigger bets on the Mavs. I have a pretty big bet, larger than normal bet on the Mavs, minus 2.5.
The PJ Washington rebound spot's a nice look there too. He's been a rebounding machine. Again, expect to pick up more minutes here. I think it's 5 or 6. He's gone over that number. So that's a little plus 105 spot as well. Plenty of opportunities out there. I do have a game, a same game parlay, or I guess it's a multi-game parlay, one of those same game parlay X's here, but I do have open players that are still going in this one. I talked about Pritchard. He got it done for me. I went with the Tatum under 25.5 points. He's got 23 points right now, and the game is over. So that's going to cash. I hate taking player prop unders, but for this game, just so that I can be transparent with the action I've got involved here, Daniel Gafford over 9.5 points for Danny Gaff. Valanciunas over 8.5 rebounds is a later game. The Tatum under, and then the Pritchard points are the points in the 3-pointers and assists. It's going to add up. That's a little 18-1 and a 21-1 parlay, respectively, between FanDuel and DraftKings. So plenty of action that I'm going to be rooting for in this game. It's going to be fun to watch.
What the fuck is going on?
Guys, smash that like button if you're just getting in here. We're just getting rolling. We're giving you guys some of these early games. Dave talked about this Colorado Rockies game. That is, just minutes from being underway now. And or is it underway already?
It should be underway. I'm not looking at it.
Should be underway. 4:00, we've got 3 baseball games that are going to pop off at 4:00. The Giants and the Diamondbacks. Of course, we know that Merrill Kelly has been taken out from the Arizona Diamondbacks. He will not be starting tonight. They're going to go with Slade Ciccone. I don't even know who the fuck that guy is. He was bad.
Yeah, he's a starting pitcher, but they used him as a primary. He'd opened an inning or 2 last year, later in the playoffs. I bet this game with Merrill Kelly in it. Got minus 104. It went up to 1. It jumped 20 cents. I kind of don't care. I think Arizona's hot right now. I'm riding the wave. I've been cashing with them. So,
and those bats have been battling. They've been banging. Then you got the Mets and the Dodgers. Adrian Hauser and Tyler Glass now going out there. Man, these Dodgers, what the fuck? They're still a minus 260. The fuck? I don't know about that one. And then Toronto and San Diego. You got Bassett and Musgrove going out there. Speaking of hot bats, man, Toronto's been slugging. So we'll see. We got plenty of time. We'll carve out some RBIs. We'll carve out some player props. Gave you guys a whole slew of opportunities for these games that are starting here. This Rangers game is officially underway. I was thinking originally, like, I'm just going to sit around with a cocktail and my feet up on Sunday and just watch hockey all day. And I'm going to do that. But in this case here, we're going to stream while I do it.
So we're talking about those unders in the first round. 94 plus 114 is 208. It was 209 or 209.5. Actually, it's 208.5. Anywhere you got the bet, you got it. You got the under in that Heat Celtics game. And the first half. Yeah, under. If you blindly bet first half full game unders, I think you're going to come out okay in the first round. Yesterday, first halves were a little better than full games. But that's what the trend's been for 5 years.
The first half unders have moved up. They're about 64% now over the last 3 seasons. So
there you go.
First halves, to me, I saw that number. I was like, all right, I'll see. First game, like I said, I kind of just sprinkled it the first game, and then from there, just kind of kept going up on it. Old E says, total to the under against the cash flow, huh? Let me see what's going on there. Let's take a look at this cash flow in this Mavericks Clippers game. I mean, I think it's compromised, to be honest. I think it's compromised because of the Kawhi news there. Anytime you get these players that are out like the day of, they already set the lines yesterday. So, you see the overs, you see the numbers, you see that wild move to the Mavericks, you see the totals drop 5 points. I mean, they're assuming essentially Kawhi's a 4.5 point guy, or he makes 4.5 points difference to the lineup. I can believe that. I can believe, because you're going to swap him out somebody else. Instead of maybe Kawhi's 25 points, this guy gets 20 points. There's your 4.5 spot for the number. So, that seems to me to make a lot of sense. It's just tough to read when you see those player swap outs there. It's just tough to read the numbers into that because it's just so driven around the player being, announced out of the lineup, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, it's good. We got that point. Actually, he was only a point on the spread. Actually, it was a half a point on the spread. Between that news, that's why the line moved up. I just got the text about an hour ago, 30 minutes ago. So it was 2.5, went to 3, and then 3.5. So he's only worth half a point. He's not as important as you think. The books say. I don't look into it. I give how we both share the same opinion about that shit. So
yeah, I think it's funny. I was tweeting the other day about it too, and I got some DM backlash about my disdain for the NBA. But we said it 2 years ago. We started streaming. We were talking about this bullshit with the NBA and these injuries and these random subs and last minute bullshit. What was going to come first? The NBA TV contracts were going to get expired, and they're going to have to go back to the market and reevaluate the worth of the product because these guys just don't play. They play 60 games, and that's where we're at now. The TV contracts are going to expire this year. They're going to go back to the open market. They're going to end up like the NHL. When the NHL, like maybe 15, 20 years ago, they ended up on the Outdoor Life Network, I believe was what it was called, OLN. Because ESPN shit canned them. They were like, we don't want this product. It was unders. It was trap games. The product was no good, and they said, see ya. And, hockey's been able to rebound. They've changed goalies. They've changed equipment. They've changed size. They've done a lot to improve scoring. But the NBA, they're going to get hit in the pocketbook. You got 2 options now. You're going to have to either increase the roster size so that you've got guys that can play, which means less money, or you're going to have to shrink the season down because nobody wants to watch that watered down product where these guys just aren't playing. Even in the playoffs, man. Like, what happened to when you were injured? You still fucking played. Are you hurt or are you injured? You know what I mean?
I had this conversation. I forget where this conversation was. I've had this within the last week. It was with Billy, and you know who it was? It was with Sharky came on and then stayed backstage with us. So it's a bad product. The problem is the players have too much control. So I'm for players. Yeah. I'm for players getting paid. I'm for the players having some say, but they've taken over. And when it gets to the point where the players are saying, I'm going to sit out when I want to. Then the league says, okay, we're going to fine you. Then they say, well, I'm hurt, ouchie. And they're going to play that. They're basically saying, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do. And it's out of control. So will we see less games? I don't think so. There's too much money in everything to have less. I mean, we're seeing that with every sport. NCAA wants to have 12 teams in the football playoff, 20 teams. It's just stupid. Thursday night football games, Monday. Anyways, we're not going to see that. But the NBA has to figure something out because it's a bad product. It's just when you go to a game and you buy a ticket, you want to see these guys play, and then they're sitting out, and you bring your kid or whatever. Like, come on, get out of here.
Yeah, the NBA Players Association has more influence in the operation of national basketball than any other pro sport.
Yeah.
So essentially, the inmates are running the asylum, and that's never a good formula for protecting the brand. What's happening is I care less about the legacy. I just want to get my cash, and I'm going to get $150 million max contract. Well, we'll see what happens. And it just amazes me that so many people love that fucking product. I don't understand it. Like, I don't know. I never grew up a basketball guy.
I think it's dying. I mean, there are people. The NBA is, okay. So the NBA is more of a universal sport than hockey is. In fact, it's a global sport. I mean, go to China. Rodman went to North Korea. It's go to Europe. Go to Argentina. I mean, it's huge everywhere. But I think in America, like the typical basketball guys that we know are starting to say stuff about it. So I think it's reaching a point where it could start hurting them. I also wonder how much it's going to hurt them. Like, what are people just going to stop watching altogether? Are people going to stop buying jerseys? I don't think so. I don't know. It's one of those things that they're going to feel the pain. I want them to, the NBA, but we'll see.
No, the fact that they're getting $1 billion TV contracts means they can give them those max deals, and there's only 11 guys on the roster, right? So
yeah,
at the end of the day, it just seems like that's going to have to change for, this to make an impact, because until you hurt the guys in the pocketbook, there's no reason to change. And you're going to pay me regardless. It's the next tier of players that come in that are going to have to figure out how to kind of resurrect the brand. But
you can change that, though. The NFL did. You remember all those rookie like Sam Bradford and Jamarcus Russell? They were paying them. Yeah. Now they capped the rookie contracts. They said, you're going to prove yourself. Now you got to wait for that 3 to 4 year window that they always talk about, your 3-year rookie contract. Do that for these motherfuckers. Put them, and you have to start with the new guys. You can't start with Chris Paul or LeBron James. That's perfect, Mike. You have to start with the new guys, and you have to say, no, you're not getting, I don't care, NIL or whatever. You're making $5 million a year, and that's it. That's it.
Yep. That's and that, that makes sense. Otherwise, you get the other end of the bargain there, like the MLB, where you got these big markets with no caps, and they just pay the shit out of everybody. And good old NHL. You know what? These players, a good player, one of the best players, is happy to sign a contract for $6 million over 8 seasons. So he's making $48 million, which is ample cash for anybody's lifetime and their family's lifetime. But it keeps everything in check. And they got players that go out there. You have to earn your money. You got to day in and day out to get it going. But it's enough about the NBA. Let's get some cash on this fucker. If we're gonna go out there and have to deal with playoff NBA, then we might as well get paid for it. So once again, I'm on that first half under. I've got the Mavs first half -1.5, -3, which is now 3.5. I'm still good with 3.5. That's not going to influence me. And
I think they smoke them. I think they smoke them. That's what I think.
Yeah. And we've got a slew of player props that we dropped out there for you guys as well. So let's see what you guys are on, though. Drop them in the chat. Love to talk about what your guys' action looks like here. We got plenty of games to kind of digest and dissect. Of course, this Winnipeg Jets Colorado Avalanche spot's going to be the game everybody wants to see. 7 p.m. The entire fucking planet is nuking the Winnipeg Jets. I mean, we'll get to it. I know we got plenty of time to get there, but you'll see by my background, I am not part of the if everybody's jumping off a bridge, would I do it? The answer is no. Unless there's water underneath it, and I've had a couple cocktails.
Give me 2 minutes. Like my groceries came. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go get it. Perky says, just got on the Mavs first half after you said it, Mike M. That's what I love about these streams. Let's work. Let's go. Let's go, Mr. Bunks. Let's get this cash today. First half under. I'll run down the slew of them again. I got a bunch of props here that I've gotten involved with here. I'm on the Harden over 9.5 assists. It was plus 115. I know Dave, the thing about that spot is that it's 8.5 was kind of his number all season. to get the job done. So he's sitting at 9.5 now. They've increased it, and then they've made it plus money. So definitely a little bit of a flag on that thing. But hey, I'm 3-0 on my NBA props here to start this Sunday off. Pritchard over 2.5 assists was plus 125. Pritchard over 1.5 threes was plus 150. And then Tatum under 25.5 points was minus 110. I rolled in on some shots here. PJ Tucker over 0.5 point at plus 225. PJ Washington over 5.5 rebounds at plus 105. And then I just mentioned the Harden spot out there. The other game the other leg that I've got for my my same game parlay action is let me pull it back up. Let me pull it back up and see where we're at. Fuck it. Play a lot. Gamble a lot. Oh, Gafford. Daniel Gafford over 9.5 points at minus 112. That might be my favorite play. Daniel Gafford over 9.5 points. I think it's a good opportunity there. You know, shout out to Billy Briz where he gets these guys coming in off the bench too that make things happen. There he is. Speaking of Billy Briz, backstage and ready to roll. Let's bring him in. Jeez. How'd that fucking work out? I was about to give you your fucking flowers out there, and then I look back, and there you are.
We got some quick plays. This is one play that I didn't think I was going to get on, but doing more research, I like it a lot. Norman Powell over 14.5 points. He has a good head-to-head matchup with the Mavericks. He's dropped 21 and 15 points in both of his games versus the Mavericks this year, and that's with Kawhi in. And double up on that, Norman Powell over 1.5 points in the first quarter. He's gone over his first quarter prop in 5 out of his last 6 home games, averaging 4.7 points per game in the first quarter. So we just need 2 fucking points for him to sub and score.
I like it. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with gas. What's up, Joe T? Says, what up, fuckers? Joe T, hope you're having a great vacation. I don't know if you're still on vacation. If you're back, you want to hang out with us, let me know. We'll drop you the link. Appreciate all you guys there. Perky Bump says, I always try to share, appreciate, and jump in on your stuff. You the man, Moolah. Appreciate you, dude. Helped me out a lot. One big in the Garcia fight last night. Went 1-14. I'll tell you what. We haven't talked about that yet, Billy, but that was a fucking battle last night, man. Holy shit. Holy shit. Garcia Haney.
God looked out for me. I placed a stupid parlay, and it was really a parlay to get on the Devin Haney side. And the first leg of my parlay ended up being a fight stoppage where it got ruled a technical decision due to a clash of headbutts, even though the dude was on stanky legs the whole entire fight. So I had no Devin Haney tickets. So I'm sitting there for an hour just thinking, man, how the fuck do I get on this? How do I bet the fight? I end up looking into it a little bit, and fucking Garcia, I never knew this. Garcia and Devin Haney fought 6 different times in the amateurs. Ryan Garcia washed his ass in the West Virginia junior amateurs. And I end up betting some Ryan Garcia money line. End up nice little night last night.
So it's funny is after Garcia clipped him with that fucking monster in the first round, I was like, oh shit, because I was I took Haney around 7-12. It was like plus 250.
Yeah, you had to sprinkle that. You had to sprinkle that. Like, there's no way you couldn't sprinkle.
And then the way they were standing and banging right off the gate, I was like, man, this thing has a shot. We're going to see this thing's not going to decision. And they rocked him in that first round. And right away, I was looking at it and I was like, man, I jumped in. I got a plus 500. Only DraftKings had it. FanDuel didn't show a live number on that Haney fight.
I was saying that to Dave. I was like, dude, they're not putting up a Ryan Garcia line. They're only allowing you to bet Devin Haney. That's a huge red flag. It was like after like round 4, too. It was super weird.
Dude, I looked at it in the first round after he rocked him. It was down and it never came. I had that thing up on a separate screen the whole time. I was talking to one of my buddies. I was like, very suspicious that that FanDuel wants no action on this plus 500. So DraftKings took some of the action, but it ended up being, I think I literally lost like $4 on the fight the way it worked out. So it was okay. I had it, of course, the Fire Stick got me all teed up and rolling nicely. So That was a good fight, though. I was thinking, man, we had UFC 300. That was a banger. And then we had that Haney, Garcia fight. A lot of fun. We've been spoiled the last couple of weeks with some combat, man. It's been violence. Fun.
My question is this, though. Is that the best going crazy boxing promo that you've seen since Muhammad Ali and Sonny Liston?
Dude,
because remember when Muhammad Ali fought Sonny Liston, he was going crazy. Everybody thought he was going crazy, and he was a plus 500 underdog going into that fight. Never again will you see a fucking plus 500 on Muhammad Ali again.
Dude,
I think the best boxing promotion is not the real boxing fights, like the Jake Paul,
that doesn't McGregor. That actually really doesn't count because these people are real boxers.
I got you.
Not like real boxers, meaning like, meaning like they went through the amateur scene. They fought fucking 100 times in their amateurs. Like, if you look at some of these amateur records, you know how like we always say like boxers don't fight the top boxers. Everybody them fought everybody in the amateurs when it doesn't count. It's just once everybody goes pro, that's when they start getting scary. Like I was looking at Ryan Garcia's record. Like he didn't fought Shakur Stevenson when he was a kid 2 different times. He didn't fought Devin Haney 6 different times. Like he's fought some legit ass people, man. Like this is
the best. The best is his post fight commentary there.
What else?
Where he was like, "Y'all thought I was crazy, man. You crazy." That was fucking outstanding when he said that, dude. I was like, "That's fucking great." Y'all thought I was crazy.
That's the best shit I've ever seen. Did you see Shady? Shady put 22 bands on Devin Haney money line to win like $300. It was the dumbest bet I've ever seen.
Dude, no, didn't he put 250K on it to win like 270K or something stupid like that? I literally saw that come. I don't know if it was real or not, but I literally almost tweeted back like, "You need a better advisor, dude. You reach out to me. I'll give me a couple of bucks."
Whoever's giving you betting advice, whoever's giving you betting advice, Shady, bro, fire that guy. Fire that
out of here.
Guy. But honestly, though, if that fight was a pick'em, I probably wouldn't have bet Ryan Garcia.
I mean, we were talking about it. I had Heaney by decision. Then you were like, you might as well sprinkle the Garcia. I went in there. They shut down. They went to live. I said, fuck it. I didn't go to the other book. And then it fucking cashes. Like, what the?
Already played that perfectly. He put $100 on Haney by decision, and then put a $50 free bet.
But half of your bet, half or a quarter, even a quarter of your bet would have paid you. Even a quarter, you would have won. Like,
bro. And I was sitting there, fucking clicking the buttons, and I was like, do I bet the decision prop? No, because if he knocks him the fuck out, I'm gonna be pissed. And to be honest with you, it was like, the decision hit, but honestly, bro, I've never seen a fucking boxing ref hold up a dude
that
like,
he was done.
He was out.
He was falling over. Yeah,
he was out.
I couldn't believe it. The number of times that he fell to the ground on top of it, he's like, no. I was like,
I thought he was picking him up. I'm like, what the fuck? How are you picking up a dude that is literally legless right now?
Yeah.
That was a fun one though. And then they took the point because he kept clutching up on him. And I thought, well, now they got to go bang. They can't just go to the decision because he's already lost the point. But then he knocked down Haney so many times that it was like, oh, jeez. It wouldn't have surprised me to see him. Yeah.
The way he was, it was, I guess you could say it's a bullshit shit Philly shell because he actually wasn't doing it correctly, but the idea process was right. You throw the left hand, and as you're throwing the left hand, you turn your back. So you literally can't punch him. The only way you can punch him is in the back of the head. That's why I think
the shoulder roll, right? He was trying to roll that shoulder every time. And
he also did something that I always wonder why boxers don't do. Like right out of the clinch, he's throwing a punch. He's not waiting for them to back off. He'd let Haney get out of the clinch, and he'd hit him with a left like right away. I know that's kind of cheap, but I would fucking do that every fight. Like the minute.
Fuck yeah, every advantage. That's why the ref's so clear when he's like, all right, step back, because you're gonna get popped. Isn't that the old rabbit punch?
If that wasn't Devin Haney though, and that was just Joe Schmo around the street, I'm telling you, that fight would have got called in the first round because he fucking floored him in that first round. That was wild.
Oh yeah.
If that was like
I love when they interviewed him and he was like, did that hurt you? And he's like, it didn't hurt me. It surprised me. He's like, I was sleeping on that left hand. We practiced for it. Dude, if you practice for it and it's the first round and it's like the first minute of the first round, how the fuck are you sleeping on that thing coming at you? Like, you should have been on high.
Call me crazy, man. I think those amateur fights really helped out his confidence. I mean, to go 3-3 against somebody and you mollywop them in a junior championship type of thing, even though it says split decision, if you watch the fight, you fucking mollywop them the whole entire time. Hey, maybe he just knew, hey, I just got to sell the pay-per-view. I know my skill. I know this left hand's going to fuck him up. I just got to sell the pay-per-view. And boy, did he sell that fucking pay-per-view.
Oh, the next one's going to go through. When they rematch, it's going to be through the roof. It's kind of shitty, though, that he missed weight because I would have liked to have seen the belt change hands. And then I thought
the belt doesn't matter, man.
I kind of thought, though, when they said it at the beginning that that Haney, because Garcia missed weight, I thought they said Garcia couldn't win the belt, but Haney could lose the belt. And then the Boxing Association came in and said Haney keeps the belt. So I don't know what happened in that. It was just
you know how you eliminate that, Mikey? Fucking there's 80 different belts for each weight class. How does one belt need more than another? Like, am I right? Am I wrong? Like, if there's it's not like the UFC where it's like the welterweight division, this is the belt, this is the only belt. Bro, there's fucking 20 belts at this weight class. I mean, the belt sells the pay-per-view more and all that, but the real ones, no. Like, it's one of those type of things. Like, the boxing's got to fix that belt issue thing. That you can't have 10 different belts for the same exact weight class, because then at that point, does the belt really matter? Like, how does Canelo have 15 belts around his fucking arm every time he fights? Like, it's bullshit, in my opinion.
I don't know if you saw the preview for the fight coming up there with Fury there, right? But he was talking about it, and he's like, they were like, this is a big fight. And he's like, every one of my fights is a big fight. He's like, just because there's more belts on the line doesn't matter to me. And I was laughing. I was thinking, how many fucking belts they got on the line? He's like, 3 belts, 6 belts. It don't matter. I'm just going to go out. Every fight's big. Like, yeah, that's a great answer. It's a great attitude about it.
It's such a weird, sport with the belt issue thing, because I think that's what makes the nostalgia of the UFC is like, there's only one belt, bro. You ain't right. Just ragdolling the belt and shit like that. Do I move on this over in this USFL game?
Was that a 3 for PJ Washington right there? I think it was.
I'm watching hockey.
Oh, sorry.
I should be watching this. It was a 3 for PJ Washington, Dave.
So we're there. We got a 4-legger, Billy. Do we need him to get over 1.5? So there's 1.
I need Norman Powell over 14.
James Harden's got an assist.
I just need him to.
We don't need those. Yeah. Well, we'll see what. I mean, it was a shot. And by the way, it's a no sweat $100 fucking parlay. So.
Oh yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about on FanDuel.
Yeah,
FanDuel. I almost did one, but I was like, and you know what I end up doing? Betting dumb shit, man. Dumb shit. I bet the fucking Pirates today because today's National Yellow Bat Day.
Oh God.
And I already liked it. Was like I found that out after I already liked the Pirates, and I was like, oh man, that just seals the deal right there. I mean, how's the one day this is the first time I've been on the Pirates all year, and it ends up being National Yellow Bat Day. And I was like, yeah, we're going to have to go in.
You know, what's funny is I went Boston first 5 in full game, right? So I was like, Boston, their first 5 trend. They've been killing it in the first 5. I'm glad I didn't know about Yellow Bat Day. Then immediately after that, I got a whole bunch of updates around fading Boston and playing on the Pirates. And I was like, fuck, I just took the wrong side on this thing. And I had to let it ride at that point. The game had already started. So we are where we are, but interesting situation.
Super weird game. Zubac's killing Gafford. He's too big. Yeah, wait a little bit, though, when they start putting Zubac in pick and roll. You put Zubac in 2 and 3 pick and rolls in the same exact possession, you're going to get an easy jump shot every time. That's why he doesn't usually close games.
PG Washington for another 3 off the front. Yeah, he's going
to Billy,
get
I tried to channel my inner Billy bench player Briz here. I went with PJ Tucker over a half a point at plus 225.
That's if he subs in.
If he subs in. But if he doesn't touch the court, then it doesn't matter. It's a push.
Yeah. But are they going to do the bullshit thing? Like, let's say if somebody's up at the end of the game and you put in the bench guys, like, does that count? Like,
well, it's going to count. Yeah. I hope it doesn't happen, but.
No, this should be
Clippers, though. Clippers out here handling them early. I mean, it's a tight game, but they're doing all right.
Jason Kidd was quick. He put in Lively real fucking quick. RIP to Lively's mom. She just died of cancer last day. Yeah, she died.
Yeah, no. By the way, RIP to Dale Fick. Dale Fick came in the chat yesterday. His mom passed away yesterday too. So you're a praying person. Dale. Everyone knows Dale Fick. Pray for his family.
Yeah. The Lively one is crazy because he actually lived with his parents. I think he was like one of the only NBA players to ever live with their parents, like when they're in the league. Can you imagine driving from your mom's house and you still living in the same exact bedroom as you did as a kid, and you're driving into the fucking Dallas Maverick Stadium, like,
and you're
rolling in your Mercedes, fucking top down, and
why would he?
It makes a lot more sense though now that she passed away from cancer that he probably lived at the house, like, you don't know when she's gonna pass away, type of thing.
Yeah.
Clips look good early, though.
I'll tell you, boys, we have 0-0 in this Rangers-Capitals game. There's 6 minutes left in the first period. The Rangers are on a power play. Power play is a minute and a half left in the power play. Panarin has the puck. He's scooting around scooting the chamois. I used to fucking when I lived in Philly, I used to get all fucked up, and then I coach these. Well, of course, I got fucked up, right? But I coached these high school kids, and high school hockey down there in Philadelphia was no joke, man. It was a fucking serious thing. So I'd get all lit, and I'd sit around with my buddies, and I'd fucking start drafting up like strange plays and shit with stupid ass high fucking names behind them. I called one Scoot the Chamois, and I remember one of the fucking players looked at me when I said we're scooting the chamois, and he looked at me and he goes, "Man, you gotta lay off the weed. What kind of stupid ass shit is that?"
No, that shit does get competitive in Philly, though, in that area region for hockey, because I feel like a lot of those schools don't have hockey rings. So all the games are really played at, like, I would say, like a combination of like 5 venues.
Yeah, Westchester, Phoenixville, or not Phoenixville. Where the hell's that one? I can't think of the name of it now.
There's only one school I know in South Jersey that has their own designated arena, and it's St. Augustine Prep. Their home arena is the Flyers practice stadium.
Well, there's no in Orange County that I know of. There's one place, and it's a Ducks facility. It's in Anaheim. It's like anyone that plays hockey anywhere. There's obviously no high school teams. Anyone that plays what do they call it? That's the word I'm looking for. Club teams. Club teams is all at one place in the whole county. The whole county goes to one place.
Man, I am missing out on money in this game, man. How am I?
The fucking Rockies.
It's hard for me to imagine an environment like that because I live about 3 minutes from a hockey rink, and
it's Southern California.
5 more within 15 minutes.
But I will say, from when I was in high school, so over 20, almost 20, let's say 25 years ago, from then till now, there were a couple people that played roller hockey, like inline roller hockey. That's what they played. Now there's tons of people that play Southern California that play ice hockey. Tons.
Street hockey is really big down here in South Jersey. I remember
it was big in California. It was always because they play at the beach and shit. On
the adult men's league, and one of my buddies, he was actually, it's so funny because he was the youngest player in our grade just in general, like the youngest like age kid in our grade. And they would have to lie about his age for him to play in adult men's league. And he was only like a freshman in high school. That's how good of a shooter he was in street hockey. But typical street hockey kids are dickheads. It didn't really translate to the fucking ice, because street hockey and ice hockey, way two completely different sports.
Oh fuck yeah! Shout out to is it Pat Maroon, and he's still playing. I think it was Pat Maroon. Won a Stanley Cup. I can't remember which team he won. Was it the Kings that he won the Stanley Cup with? This is probably like 4 or 5 years ago. He won a Stanley Cup. And then literally within the week of winning the Stanley Cup, he's out there playing with his club, or with his I don't even know what roller hockey league it was, but he was playing for a national championship in roller hockey as well.
Telling you, man, those fucking guys take that men shit seriously. Why are they telling me it's too many people on my stream? What the fuck are you telling me that for? This is my television. I don't know what's up with ESPN Plus. I don't even have it on my phone. I have FS1 on my phone up right now. I don't get why they're telling me there's too many streams on my ESPN Plus account.
Zubac's got 1 billion points.
Oh, that's right, Coin. That's right. It was Tampa Bay. And he's still playing, right? He's still out there. He's still got another chance to do it again. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, this lineup's dead. Touchdown. Luis Perez. Arlington Renegades are coming back here. I wish I would have bet the over stream.
I like the Renegades. I was disappointed. I couldn't see DraftKings didn't have the it's not out there yet either.
I'm glad I didn't bet the Renegades on the money line. If this was like a Saturday morning game, I probably would have bet the Renegades on the money line at -160. But I was like, Sunday's not Saturday. Like, I don't try to bet too much on fucking Sunday. Sunday is not a profitable day, I feel like, to bet on sports. It's like everybody's home. They know everybody's home. They're trying to rip your money out. Like, it's one of those type of things.
It's the bookie cleanup day, right? A lot of books readjust from Sunday to Monday. Yeah,
they got fucking smoked on Saturday. Every fucking favorite one. Ryan Garcia wins as the last event of the night. Like, I don't know. It kind of balanced itself out, because I know a lot of people bet that Haney knockout prop. That shit opened up at +600 and went down to -125. Like, that's a lot of fucking big bets for a line to move that much in a month and a half, 2 months. That's why I thought the decision prop was kind of like, fuck, this is the last time this dude knocked out anybody. Oh, man, now they're posting a line where I might have to figure this one out. All right. I'm going to have to do something.
I was surprised. Like I said, they took the point away. If it wasn't for those knockdowns, I thought they were going to have to go to the center of the ring and just stand and bang to finish that thing off to get a decision. But Garcia,
for a second, I thought I was going to get robbed. When that first judge's scorecard came out as a draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, the fuck you mean a draw? Draw what? He was drawing him on the fucking ground.
Can't believe this fucking stupid Rockies.
This selection's no longer available. What the fuck are you telling me that for?
I'm going to tell you, I lost 3 times on a series this weekend, and that's very, very rare for me, because I will take it, and if I lose, I will go back to it maybe one more time, and if I lose, it's very rare that I take it again, and I did it 3 times. I'll tell you which team it was. The fucking White Sox. They got me 3 times.
You kept on betting the
fucking
White Sox.
Phillies. That's what I get for fading the Phils.
This is the Phils fade starts next week. Tomorrow, when Hunter Green.
What holiday is it?
Nah, Hunter Green comes into Citizens Bank Park. That was just an added bonus. It wasn't like
I know. You're the guy that's like, you're fading a black pitcher on Juneteenth. What are you doing? You're fading a Mexican pitcher on Cinco de Mayo. What are you doing? It's like every time there's an ethnic holiday or some fucking.
Ask Tanner Hulk how he pitched on Haiku Day last week. He fucking was going in, pitched a no-hitter on Haiku Day.
whatever.
I don't think it's random though, man. I feel like I bring this conversation back up. I feel like these sports organizations are way too big, bro, for these results to not be predetermined already.
Correlated?
Yeah, like all these results are predetermined already. It's just we get the, kind of research it. But I feel like all the stats and shit like that are kind of diminished unless you're really betting player props because everybody has access to the same exact stats, Like the books already know what stats we're looking at before they even. So it's like a yin and a yang type of thing.
Well, let's yang up an RBI play of the day here. Let's see if we can't find one.
I will also say, too, so far in the playoffs, I don't know how many games, though, I can't remember a team that won the first half or first quarter that won the game. Nuggets, what the fucking
but this might be
Sixers. The Sixers.
This is the first dog out of the last 2 days that is kind of live, in my opinion. Like the first round is so chalky. This line originally opened up as the Clippers -1.5. Everybody and their fucking mom is betting the Dallas Mavericks money line -3. The bookies are going to have one of these dogs come through, and I think it could be the Clippers or it could be the Bucks. I like Milwaukee a lot today against the Pacers. Everybody and their fucking mom thinks the Pacers are going to.
I think that's the most live dog, personally, are the Bucks. That's just what I think.
Yeah, I agree. Like everybody and their mom thinks Milwaukee's going to get ran through by the Pacers. But the Pacers haven't played a fucking legit playoff game in probably over a fucking decade. Like since Paul George was on the team. Like Sabonis in the play-in tournament a couple years ago to be exact. But long story short, I like fading these young teams in the first round of the playoffs. Like that first game, first round. Saw the Heat today.
Like OKC?
Yeah, but no Zion. I guess you can lean the points, but I'm not taking the points. One of those type of things. I lean the dog, but I ain't putting no money on it type of cap. Like, I can't believe Tatum had a triple-double. Any player to record a triple-double in that Heat Celtics game was 16-1 odds.
I had the under points for Tatum. He got there for me. Same thing with was it Embiid yesterday that we talked about with the 20?
That is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life, Mike. The doctor says if you play basketball, you are not allowed to dunk. You're not allowed to dunk. That was in the guidelines of him coming back. They said the decision's up to you to come back, but if you do come back, you're not allowed to dunk. This motherfucker not only dunked, he threw the bitch off the backboard. What the fuck are you thinking?
That's what I'm saying. Like when he hurt himself, I kind of thought to myself, "That serves you right, you fucking hot dog." Like what the fuck was that? By the way, there it is, Mike. I knew Mike would key in on that one.
Dunk. It was the best dunk I've ever seen him do. But like, bro, they told you not to dunk. What happens? It's the first time he dunked since fucking it's the first time that he dunked in 4 months. And the knee gets destroyed immediately right after. It's just like, oh my goodness, man.
Play of the day, Jets -1. Plus
Subhuman Gotcha. I'll tell you what, Subhuman Gotcha. I might not respect this play, but I respect the way you do it, my guy. Look at this guy, 16-10. He's up 16.76 units, and he's going after it again, plus 155. If I was going to take the Jets, that's the only way I would take the Jets because the push is in play for overtime and no harm, no foul. But you're not going to see my money on the Jets. The fucking entire planet's on the Jets. I haven't seen one. I am the only guy that has said the Avalanche in this fucking game.
Not dead ass though. I can't fuck with it. It's too many. It feels. I don't know. I didn't dig that deep into it, but it feels like a public dog.
I don't understand why it's so close when the Avs have the firepower they do. I know the goalie, schmoly, and the defense, whatever, but this Avs team is This is an Avs team that everyone was saying is going to win the West, and all of a sudden now the Jets are going to. I don't understand that at all.
The problem is a lot of people haven't had money on the Jets throughout most of the season, so they haven't been able to feel the pain of a team that doesn't score a lot of goals. That's like the New You get a 3-1 game yesterday because they don't score. I mean, fuck, I'll tell you what, the Avs -1.5 might be where my money is tonight.
I will say, though, that was not a cigar game at all whatsoever, Mike. That was a fucking bite your nail to the fucking brim type of bet.
That Carolina -1.5?
-1.5. And I had the in reg and the -1.5. That was the sweats of sweats yesterday, actually. I was up there.
That was a fun game.
Is my guy out in the game? Can they pass him the ball? Just pass him the ball at least. Let him sniff the basket a little bit here.
I'm gonna get a refill, boys. I'll be right back.
That was as weak as hell. Be on the first. Everyone's on it. It's not subhuman. It's not. We're not banging on you necessarily. It's every person has said the Jets is my best bet. The Jets is my best bet, or the Jets are my best bet. Mel's best bet. Mel's best bet was them to win the series. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
UFL podcast this week, and they were talking about the Winnipeg Jets randomly. I was like, "What the fuck, man?"
It makes no sense to me because you have a team in the Jets who has an amazing defensive part of the good goalie, but they don't score goals, and they're up against a team that's all offense. So it's like it's completely different sides of the coin. And how are you so confident that the Jets are going to subdue them? I wouldn't be. I don't know who if I'm gonna bet this game at all.
The Yankees are screwing me hard. It says Perky. I think I'm gonna take a shot. I don't know why I'm thinking about it so much and not just doing it. I like Arlington. I like the Arlington pre-flop. They're plus 200. I'm a little bit trepidatious about playing UFL spreads because the ending result in the fourth quarter is so random. So, you know how we have key numbers in football and shit like that in NFL? There's no key number in fucking the UFL. A +3 is you might as well bet the money line, or if you're betting the -3, you might as well bet the money line. 4, I don't know, man. 4 could go either fucking way in this one here. But I'm going to do it, though. I'm going to take a little baby shot here at Arlington. I'm going to take a little baby shot here with Arlington.
I like the play. It's worth it. No, I was stepping away as you guys were talking. So I'm not dismissing the play. I get it, man. Listen, I appreciate the way you're doing it with the -1. I've just seen everybody on the entire planet has aligned. And I'm just sitting over here on an island of me with my 60 units in hockey this season.
Swing it, James Harden. Pass the ball, buddy. This is gonna come down.
I just don't understand it. You know what? It'll be it won't be the first time I've been wrong. It won't be the last time I've been wrong, but I will be fucking blown away if it happens. We'll see. You know what would fuck me up too? 3-0 Winnipeg in the first period. And I'm going, what the fuck?
The only game I really am convicted on is that Predators Vancouver game. I really like the over in that game.
Well, boys, good news. We cashed the first period under in the New York Rangers.
Somebody please tell me where else you're going to have this much fucking fun.
You the man. You the man.
It's a good clip. It's a good clip there, boys.
Can we get bailed out here from a don't tell me the last 21 seconds of this game. I gotta watch this entirely. And you throw that past Luis Perez? Come on.
Man, what a great this weekend has been fantastic from a sports perspective. We had great games yesterday. Great boxing to finish it off. I was so anti-boxing just because everything was bullshit. Decisions, hugging. That was a great battle there at the end. Little robbery before it, but that's okay. And
it was a huge robbery. Today,
yeah. I caught that motherfucker was plus 1,500 going into the last round there. Plus 1,800, I think was the number. So it makes absolutely no sense, but
all right, James Harden wants to play like that. I can't be mad at the Norman Powell prop. 0 for 1. Only got one shot attempt because James Harden is not passing the basketball today. He is shooting the shit out of it. We lose the Norman Powell first quarter prop.
Cookie says if first half doesn't hit, do you move full game Mavs? Question mark. This Clippers team can't hold strong. I don't know.
It depends on what your pre-flop cap was, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think Dave nailed it on the head there when he was talking about some of the player injury status there, and it's a half a point situation to the line. Is that enough to validate a 5-point movement on the fucking? No, it's not. So it's go ahead.
Yeah. No. Sorry. I was just saying I'm coming in here. I'm hitting the Mavs plus 5.5. I can't imagine. I know they're down 12 points.
Just feels like the money line. You might as well just keep fucking whacking this money line.
You know what? But the money line is now it's minus 140. I guess fucking it's not going to get any lower. The money line's only plus 140. There's not enough. I'd rather get the points. It's not worth the juice, ain't worth the squeeze. But the other thing I'm looking at is what's the first half. That's what I should be fucking with. What
9.5? I just took the Dallas Mavericks plus 9.5 for the first half.
First half spread. Yep. I think that's a way better bet. I can get a profit boost on it too. Fuck yeah.
Billy, have you dialed into the first half unders for the NBA playoffs? Are you part of the train?
No, I got a system. East Coast. I had to pull it back up, but let me pull it up. Give me a second, Mike, because this is digging back in pretty deep to my docs.
We're 9-2 to the first half unders in the NBA postseason, including the play-in games, however you want to call them, playoff, play-in, whatever. Postseason is 9-2 to the under. It's been hitting at 64% the last 3 seasons, first half unders in the NBA playoffs. I've been just fucking riding along. Ride that train, baby.
Is this from May?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, there we go. My bad. This is the since Eastern Conference first half unders in Game 5 and on are 45 and 15, covering at 75% since 2008, when the over under is at 114 or below. So that's I don't bet first half unders until Game 5.
Wait, I'm sorry. Say that again. Let me. It took me a second to process that. Say it one more time.
Eastern Conference first half unders in Game 5 and on are 45 and 15 towards the under, covering at 75% since 2018, when the over under is at 114 or below.
We're not in Game 5 though, brother. We're in Game.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's the reason why I didn't ride it's just a system. I don't bet first half unders until Game 5.
Oh yeah.
So when each series goes into different segments of games, that's when I ride different systems and stuff like that. Game 1s are usually more of bet the home team, in my opinion.
Yeah, I like that move. I like to bet the home teams, but we're 9-2 in the first half unders. I'll tell you what. Got 2 more games to go after this one. Let's see what happens. This one's going to be tight. This one's a little sweaty. Man, I thought that one yesterday. What was the first game yesterday?
Cleveland, Orlando.
Yeah. They had 60 some odd points in the first quarter. I was like, shit. Because normally what we've been seeing is they have 40 points in the first quarter. And then the second quarter just coast into that under. But that thing went as high as 116.5 or 118.5. And the original was 104.5 or something, 102.5 or something like that. And they got there.
Neither team scored 100 points, so it's like it was silly. That first quarter was silly.
Well, the Giants game's popping off right now. It's already popped off, I guess. San Francisco Giants. James Harden sitting on 3 assists. Zubac got 10 points.
Yeah, I should have put more money on that.
I should have played him on DFS line.
PG Washington just missed another 3. It's not looking good. We needed him to sink that.
Under 209, but then Bruce and Mike made a point yesterday about live over unders and seeing it under 209 and 140 and beyond. But the over sat hedge perfect.
Yeah, that Sixers game was a little bit annoying for me because I have the Sixers to win the series, so I threw a little bit on the money line. Oh, Powell scored a bucket. He's alive.
Powell's alive.
Quarter too late, buddy.
We're rolling, boys. We are in this playoff game in the NHL. 0-0 first period. We cashed that first period under. Now we're looking at this thing here going, can the Capitals win this game? Question mark?
No, fuck the Capitals.
Dave, I know you're heavily invested on this Rangers side, but
I am. $5 to win $1 something.
You should string together your tickets, that Vegas ticket and then the Rangers ticket.
I couldn't even buy a taco with the winnings from both of those. I think I won 5 cents on that. It was $5 to win 5 cents. It was minus 10,000.
Dude, you got to do sometimes, right?
Well, it was
$5 won a quarter.
Dude, you got to do sometimes, right?
I remember you were loaded that night too. You were like, I'm doing it. Fucking doing it.
I had to do something similar to that, Dave, with the fucking Warriors ticket I had the other night. I had to bet the fucking Kings as a hedge bet minus 265 straight to win my money back and a little bit some because I knew that shit was dead after the first quarter. And then the halftime line was a pick 'em, and I was like, I could have waited fucking 8 more minutes.
So it looks like the RBI play of the day is going to come out of the 7 p.m. window here with this Texas-Atlanta game.
What's up with the Lorenzen line, though? Like, why are they just pricing Lorenzen like he fucking sucks?
Because he does suck.
Yesterday he had like one good season. He's bad. Like
Lorenzen's not hard. They're pricing him like he's fucking Patrick Corbin, bro. Like, stop it. He is not that bad. He pitched really good for us last year for Philly in the summer.
Yeah, but then after that, with the pitching woes that the Phillies have, they still said, okay, we're going to let you go. That says all you need to know, right? Like, they were comfortable letting them walk.
The Phillies are a unique team because we like people that can eat up innings. Lorenzen's like a 4 to 5 type of guy, a 4 to 5 inning type of guy. When you start going 6 and 7 with Lorenzen, that's when you start really pushing your luck. The Phillies are like we need starting pitching to eat up innings because our bullpen sucks. It's like every time our bullpen goes in. Like yesterday, I told you, Mike, on the fucking Wheeler to win the game prop as a pitching prop. The bullpen comes in and lets up 6 runs in the 9th inning, and it's a 3-run game. We're up 9-0. They allowed 6 runs. The dude fucking Pinto allows 6 runs in like the first 4 batters. It was one of the most ridiculous. Our bullpen sucks.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's been bad for a minute too. They just don't. I don't know.
But the people that we get, you think they're going to be good, and then they just put in a Philly uniform and get to Citizens Bank Park and forget how to pitch, man. It's weird. Very weird conundrum.
Well, let's go, boys. We got ourselves a battle happening here. Battle less. The Clippers are smoking the Mavs. Man, the home teams feel like they've just come up to leads. The only team I think that was leading early was the Lakers, and they ended up shitting the bed again because Denver's LeBron's daddy. But that being said here, the Clippers getting busted up or busting up the Mavs, man.
I might or might not have just taken the Mavs again at 14.5 first half.
I'm rooting for the comeback. Let's see him come back. Let's see him pop these boys in the face. Let's hit some big plus money spots.
I mean, yeah, I can't imagine not making it close. But we saw it with the Sixers. We saw it with the Lakers. I mean, I think the Mavs are one of the better teams in the NBA. They should be able to figure it out. Not when they're turning the ball over like that, though.
Coin says Washington Rangers could be the first draw of the playoffs. Man, I love the playoffs where you get every night that I'm sitting there watching a game, I root for like 7 overtimes. In fact, I remember we went up, there was a Sabres playoff game. It was against the Senators. This is probably, I don't know, 15 years ago, maybe more. We went to a Sabres game. We had the limo. My girlfriend's family got the limo, did the tickets thing. We were great seats, having a great time. Went to the casino beforehand. The casino's right down the street. Had a great time with the pregame, blackjack, having tons of fun, cocktails. Well, they stopped selling beers after the second period. So the third period rolls around. There's no beers. I think that fucker went into 4 or 5 overtimes. Man, and the girl that I was dating at the time, she was a mean drunk when she got to the point where she had too many. And then it started to taper off, right? She loved beers, but I just remember she was like, "We got to go." And I'm like, "It's in fucking overtime." It's not an overtime.
I don't give a fuck.
Why do girls get like that off of beer, though? It's so weird. Like, guys just be like, it looks like they're stoned or something when they drink too many beers.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, she was just adamant about it too. And I because her parents were there, I looked at her dad and I was like, you got to deal with this. And he was like, "Honey, just hang out. And I need a beer." And I was like, "There's no fucking beers. They stopped selling them 5 periods ago."
How would you like to be out with your daughter's like adult boyfriend, and she's throwing a fit about not being able to drink beer, and the boyfriend says something to the dad? It's like, you raised this. Like,
you raised this. That's really what you really said.
Oh my God.
That's why it's an X, but that was a different conversation. I told him, I was like, "This is on you. You got to deal with this. I'm not," because I brought the pipe in. So it was before like the vape era, right? So I brought the pipe in. I was sneaking off to the stairwell, fucking smoking pipes in between the fucking periods. And every 10 minutes I was going and smoking. I was like, I was good. I was plenty fine. I was fucked up, drinking booze, taking shots.
How'd you pull that off? Smoking inside a stadium?
Just in the stairwells. Where they've got you walk from the 100 to the 200 to the 300 level sections. And because it was a playoff game and it's in overtime, everybody's in the stadium. So I rolled out, I fucking pulled the bowl out, I packed it up, and I took a couple hits, and I came back in before the smell could even get anywhere. I was fucking already back in my seat.
That's crazy. So just a one hit, hold it in,
bro,
blow it through the shirt.
At Angel games, how they have
No, it was like I whacked it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
I blew it out. I didn't care about the shirt. I blew it out and I just got the fuck out of there and I went back to my seats. I wasn't sitting around for that thing to dissipate. I was just out. Get me out of there.
Yeah.
Then I sat back in my seat and I didn't know if I was on fucking Pluto or Mars. And I was watching overtime hockey. It was great.
I will say that is one of the up there. Watching hockey stoned is a great vibes. One of my buddies' mom, R.I.P. Bob, his mom won a Hockey Mom of the Year, and for I guess amateur or like little kid hockey, she won Hockey Mom of the Year. Got press box tickets to a fucking Flyers game on television and everything. That shit was lit. All you see is my little black ass with a white family. I'm on television. Hockey Mom of the Year.
The funny part, Perky's talking about that story. The funny part is we went to the Eagles Green Bay Packers game. It was a Monday night game, and we had standing room only tickets. So that they release all those standing room only. You're sitting there, you're spending $75 or whatever just to sit in the fucking Eagles nest. So we started tailgating early, and it was one of those hot summer days or fall days. Tailgating, probably 3-4 hours. We go into the game, drinking inside the game. Halftime, same girl, halftime, telling me it's fucking time to go. Game's over. I'm like, it's not over. It's halftime. And there was no father to pawn her off on at that point. It was me, and she was just miserable about it. Fucking. This game's over. You keep saying it's halftime. Stop lying to me. I'm like, I'm not lying to you. It's halftime.
Man, she sounds
like nobody's leaving.
Like a fucking heel. I would.
Oh yeah, man. It's an extra.
See why it didn't work out.
The best part was, it was in the middle of peak cuntiness, and we're sitting down and we're having like a in the Eagles Stadium there at the link, they got the concourse, right, where you got the food and you got the TVs up and stuff. So we're sitting at one of those high tops, and she's got like chicken fingers and fries, and she's like so drunk that she's like hitting the side of her face with it or whatever. Like she's just a mess trying to eat. Dude, some fucking South Philly dude comes over, and he was an older dude. He's a bigger dude. He was just he was a drunken mess. He looks over. He starts pointing at the screen. So we start looking over at the screen to see what's happening. Doesn't he start digging in, eating the fucking chicken fingers and fries? Oh my God. He was fucking. I would have fucked him
up, actually.
Did you put a link on the Twitter tweet?
I threw the fucking link for the YouTube in there. It's not in
there. I got 14.5, Perky. Mikey Boy with three eyes. There's a tweet before on Mike's page. It has the link. You click on it. It brings you to his YouTube channel. Don't watch it on Twitter. Watch it on YouTube.
You guys got to do better with the thumbnails. I think that's what it is. The thumbnails.
Mine's fine. This is Mike still figuring it out.
The fuck? I sent another tweet out.
Yeah.
We don't. I don't know what to do.
This is on Mike's channel. It's not on PSR. It's on his own.
It's the thumbnail. The Sunday sports special.
Yeah, it's special.
You got to pick a game. The way you got to do it is you have to pick a game, and when you put the description, you have to put the descript like what, like
put
live
the game in the description. Yeah,
like Clippers versus Mavericks live stream. But
listen,
reality, like once people
go over to the YouTube channel, follow my YouTube channel. Anytime we go live, turn your notifications on. We're going to do more. There's going to be more coming. We're going to have some plays, some opportunities, give you guys some play of the days, all that kind of stuff. There's Court Wiley. He found us. Says, yo, Mikey, what's up, man? What we riding today?
You guys should send Sharky a link. He's on he's live on my Twitter.
I'll send him a link. Oops, that's not the link.
Great sports philosopher. Like he could have his own show and not even give out a fucking play.
A lot of times I listen to him. I don't know what he's saying, but I like what he says. It's kind of like he's kind of like Obama. He's kind of like Obama. It sounds nice.
He makes you think, though. Dave.
Yeah.
At least it's not like a run-in-the-mill type of even.
No. He's a smart. He's Ivy League fucking educated.
He's Ivy League. Yeah, Ivy League type of kid. So he's got a big brain up there.
There we go. I just got it. Speaking of, I sending out these things on DM on X here. I got one. It says congratulations,
Dave. You got to bucket that though. There's some people that are really good at school smarts. But then you see him in, like, I would say street smart is like negative.
Shout out to the New York Rangers, boys. Fucking Rempe gets the goal. They're up 1-0. Rempe, if you don't know this guy, he's about 10 feet tall. He eats fucking glass for breakfast. He's fought everybody that's anybody in the NHL. Teams started putting they were bringing their fighters up from the AHL because they knew they had to fight this guy. And he goes out there and he scores the first playoff goal for the New York Rangers. Rookie season. Fucking monster. Rempe. Fucking huge goal. Everyone's excited. That's going to be a huge boost right now.
Is that Gapper that just went to the fucking locker room hurt?
Yeah. Of course.
Gapper, great.
Of course he. Well, call the book. Don't be too proud.
That's his first goal of the playoffs, Subhuman Gacho, isn't it? Isn't this their first game? First playoff.
Why
goal.
are they running?
This shit, they got two now.
It's third and
goals.
4. 3rd and 2. Why are you running?
Panarin, baby. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Listen, don't fuck with me in the NHL. Don't get in the fucking way. The train is coming down the tracks. You got two options. Get out of the way or fucking try to grab a handle and get on that motherfucker because we're cashing this year, baby. Let's go.
I'll give you a better breakdown once I can focus and not sweat this UFL game in the fourth quarter.
We gave out Panarin. Panarin, anytime goal scorer plus 130. Let's see what we got here. Let's find.
I don't want to sign stream yard because that would sign me out of the Pulse Roach Radio one. So no.
Oh,
not.
Here we go. Yeah.
I'm more of a
Let's go, Panarin.
I will say, man, as much as I like some booties and all that, I'm more of a titty guy.
Not a titty guy?
I said more of a titty guy than an ass.
Oh,
guy.
yeah, me too. Me too, Billy. That's why I fucking enjoy your company.
The cleavage is a thing for me, man.
I'll tell you what, the Mavs have missed their last.
I enjoy looking at it. We'll be right back, fellas. I gotta take a piece.
I like cleavage.
The Mavs can't make shots right under the basket. It's disgusting.
Biggest play, 4th and 2 here. We have the over. We have Arlington. And we need Arlington to get inside the red zone. But, of course, Luis Perez throws 6 passes down the field, and they decide to run it on fucking 4th and 2 like fucking idiots. Or on 3rd and 2, I should say. Joel Embiid, injury recovery. This is questionable for Monday. I think he plays, actually, though. I was reading a report last night that after the game, him, Kelly, Larry, Maxey were sitting at his locker, and Embiid was talking about the adjustments that they need to make for game 2 and stuff like that. So I feel like they wouldn't be talking about that if he wasn't going to not play. Sunday special, way to go. Yes, Keith. We're here. Go. Let's go. We got the first down. Thank you, fucking Jesus. First
exciting,
down.
boys. Took a minus 250 or whatever this fucking Rangers game was. We're up 2.3 units already. We had the only Ranger spot I have is the Rangers to win, Panarin to score, and Capitals under 2.5 goals at plus 195 or something like that? 200. Let's go. God damn it.
Oh, now I gotta mute myself. I gotta listen with the fucking. I don't get this, man. I hate watching football games sometimes.
I'll tell you what, I'm running in baseball today as well. Why not? Panarin. Oh, Arizona's on the board. The Arizona Diamondbacks 1-0, Dave.
There we go.
How is my first half under looking? That's a good question.
That's a bullshit ass call, bro. Both of them are both.
I'm gonna say it's looking.
On
Keith, I'm gonna say it's looking pretty good. I think it was 114.5. The live number now is 100.5. What was the RBI? My RBI is going to be Matt Olson, Atlanta, plus 138. So many plays to have to keep up with, Dave, you know?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Got to get a Ribby out there. Got to get an NHL play out there. Boys, I did smash the Nashville Predators, though. It's the late night special. Shine the light on me. It's the late night special. Shine your ever-loving light on me. Plus 128 Nashville to beat up on Vancouver. I do like the over in that game, Billy. I do think there's going to be goals. I think the first period goes under, though, and I think the live bet is in play for the over.
What's the first period over? 1.5 or 2?
Well, the first period under 1.5. Let's see what we can get for a number on that. Only because of the two goaltenders. You're going to have Thatcher Demko and UC Saros in goal, and I think they start out murking them here.
Oh my God, this is ridiculous.
First period under 1.5 is minus 110.
That's what happens when the line goes from plus 125 to minus 150. The bookies are make a couple calls in Los Angeles. And
did you see? How are they missing layups? They're missing layups. They've missed 5 in a row, 5 right under the basket. It's absolutely fucking.
This looks like the definition of a bookie fuck session. They every favorite has won. Every home favorite has won. This team was originally a favorite on the opener.
That's how I feel about the Jets and Avalanche. God damn it. Every favorite's won. Every home team has won. You're telling me the Avalanche with all this fucking goal scoring? I can't wait for that game. I'm fucking fired up.
What time's that game go off? 7?
Oh, you glitched on me. What was that?
Does that game go off at 7?
7 p.m., yeah. Yep. You know what? If I got to die on that hill, I will. How about that?
I will say this result is making
huge goal for this New York Rangers there. That third goal was fucked up. Look at that thing. I don't know if you guys are watching or not, but watch Jimmy Vesey. Fuck him. He should have gone to Buffalo, but nonetheless, he chose to go to the Rangers. Jimmy Vesey comes out there off of face-off. Opportune situation. Excellent face-off playmaking management. They get it back. They pass it around. Goaltender's looking backwards, and they fucking fired in the goal. Watch this thing. Boom. Oh, it was a deflection. It was a deflection off of a player. Rempe's out there again. Rempe's plus minus is going to be through the roof this postseason. Fucking love hockey playoffs.
This is the best James Harden game I've seen him play in the playoffs since game 1 in Boston last year in the second round for the Sixers, and he had 50 points.
Yeah, he's playing really well.
We're moving. We're grooving. Cinematic.
In fact, I don't even know. This game's so hopeless already. I think I might turn it on. The hockey game's so hopeless already too. This afternoon just became I have to dive into something. Maybe I'll watch the Diamondbacks game.
Yeah, baseball's in play. We got plenty of sports.
Yeah, when you guys text,
I just think it's funny. I don't see Dallas even coming back to make. I mean, they're down 21 points with 2 minutes left. There's no way they come back from that.
I'm kind of with you, man. I don't see.
Dave, when you say it, you gotta say there's no way.
No, I'm not doing it. There is no way. They will not come back. So we're dead. We're dead on all of our bets. I could bet again, but I'd much rather pick something else. Yeah, they're fucking.
Well, when you're the road team in the first 2 games of the series, you're just looking to go 1-1.
Yeah.
You know what, Billy? I think that's a astute observation from you. You were talking about that the other day with that Sixers game too, and I said I did think Embiid was playing. But you were like, they don't care if they win this game or not, and that's where I struggle with the NBA. These fucking guys just don't care. You don't care that you're in a fucking. What are you going to wait to the next one?
Embiid did care. I will give him credit. He was playing like he cared yesterday. It was just
he He cared enough to cover my under points prop by like a half a point. Good enough for me.
He might have played at 80% when he first came back. That 80% is more like 60%. Since that Orlando game, he hasn't looked right. We played like Orlando, second to the last game of the season, and B does not look right since then. Granted, he had 15 points in that first quarter, but every shot, every play, every rebound, he just looked gimpy.
Caps on the board, boys. Caps on this fucking. I'll tell you what. When the first period goes, here's what I'm going to pilot. We'll see how it works. I will track it. When the first period goes over, the game goes under. When the first period goes under, the game goes over. Let's see what it does here. 3-1. They got 4 goals in the first 7 minutes of the second period in this Rangers-Capitals game. It's exciting. Martin Ferravare gets a tip-in goal. I don't even know who that is. I'm guessing he's a third or fourth line guy. Problem when you got the Rangers out there and you got Rampy, who's what, a third line guy in himself, and he's scoring goals. You got to put your third line out there to battle this guy because he's physical, and that's a problem for the Capitals. Subhuman Gotcha says that over after the first would have been a good. Yeah. It was 4.5 at one point too. I was looking at it. I mean, they're fucking going to get that in the second period. We'll track it. Well, by track it, I mean we'll play it and we'll see what it does for us. Much like these first half unders in the NBA. We got 85 points on a 114.5 with 17 seconds to go. I can't even imagine the situation in which this wouldn't cash. I don't even know what would happen. They're shooting threes as soon as they inbound the ball, and everybody's making them from across the court. It's the only way that's not cashing. It's like Billy Briz when he's practice squad against the women's college basketball team.
Pissed though, man. This game's not going the way I wanted it to. We got the 4th and 2 conversion, then they called it back from a Canelo bad block, and I need somebody to at least score here. How many points do you guys have in the first half here? Like, what's the spread that you end up taking from the maps?
It was minus 1.5.
No, I have 14.5 and 9.5. I mean, they've scored that'll be 8 points in the second quarter. 8 points.
Jesus Christ.
Look, 3 points.
I'll take my L on that Mavs first half, but I will also take my W on that first half under. We're now 10-2 to first half unders in playoff NBA basketball, boys. 10-2. I'll tell you what my disappointment is. I only put $50 on the first time I did it. That should have been a fucking monster. Man. Let's go. We got 2 more games too, boys and girls. The Pacers and Bucks. The Pacers Bucks, that one to me could be a first half over. I might sit that one out. I don't know. I've been blindly playing.
Yeah, I actually like the full game over on it, but I haven't. To be honest with you, the slate today wasn't as good as it was yesterday, in my opinion.
Perky says, wait, did we hit the under? Yeah, we hit it, Perky. Again, my guy. 9-2. Smash it again. Points on the board. I almost wonder if now's a good spot to take this Capitals plus 2.5 is plus 124. We're going on the power play right now. I don't know. I'll tell you what, I'll beat the NBA. I don't give a fuck. I'll just take these unders. Just give me these unders. I care less. Give me these first half unders. We're 10 and 9 and 2. Fuck it. Fuck them. Fernando Mendoza says, anyone took the Dodgers today?
No, didn't bet that game.
I'm going to say that's a hard no, but how could you not take the Mets at this point? Plus 230.
Yeah.
Dodgers have not been showing up to perform.
Yeah, if you like the Dodgers, you got to take the over. You can't bet the Dodgers on the money line.
Well, we went 1-1 in these first halves, but we did cash the first half under. So we'll throw this one out there.
I'm going to walk this situation off, and I will see you later.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, my bad. I have the sound on. Can you hear my television? My television's pretty fucking loud from here.
Yeah. Not now, but yeah, a minute ago. All right, boys, let's roll on. Onward and upward. We have halftime in this shit show that is Dallas and the Clippers.
It's almost not even worth it for them to try to come back. So it's like I don't know how you coach coming back from 26 points. It's kind of like it's not the last game of the season. It's not a game clinching game. It's kind of like just let's not lick our wounds, but let's go, take it easy for next game and go balls out. That's what I'd do. I wouldn't play the starters. I wouldn't.
I'm kind of with Dave. Like your goal is to go 1-1 in these home series. And what does Jason Kidd say at halftime?
That's my whole point.
Like, you guys ready to play? You guys ready to play? The game started 20 minutes. Started 2 hours ago, right? We traveled into Los Angeles, or you guys just want to go home? Because I'll go home. Like, is that the halftime speech? Because you can't yell at them. Yelling at grown NBA basketball players doesn't work unless you're Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
I'm not betting the Mavericks, Perky. I'm just.
How about this one, boys? How about this one? In the first 3 minutes of the third quarter, Luka Doncic scores with an assist from Kyrie Irving. It's plus 900.
Go for it.
Dude, they're just doing everything in their possible power for me not to cash any of these tickets. Holy shit. 60-yard kick return gets ball back to this 2-yard line. Like, what the fuck?
They moved it. I must have gotten the boost. I must have wasted this boost because it was plus 1170 now. Luka to score a field goal assisted by Kyrie Irving in the third quarter in the first 3 minutes.
I took one of those props the other day as well.
That's my Billy Briz lightning bets there. This guy to get 2 strikeouts. Let's go.
It's the easiest way. I burnt $50.
I'm just fucking around on that one, obviously. Throw $25 on it. Call it a day. I'm going to tell you what. Someone's got a crack pipe in their mouth if they think the Winnipeg Jets are fucking winning this game tonight against the Colorado Avalanche. I couldn't be more locked in. My feet are so taped to the pedals on this one. I can't even stop pedaling. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't stop at this point. We're going downhill and we're rolling 50 miles an hour. All I got to keep doing is pedaling, boys. Tell me I'm fucking crazy. Everybody, everybody. I can't believe it. I can't even get the words out of my mouth. That's how fucking surprised I am about this situation.
What, the Winnipeg game?
Yeah, I don't get it. I'm missing the most obvious play in the world. Is what's happening right now.
You're the only person I know that's so confident on the Avs. Everyone's Jets. I mean, but
I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Shout out to our guy there, Subhuman Gaucho. At least taking the -1 with a plus 155 behind it. At least you got some fucking balls on the table. Everyone else is just saying Winnipeg -110s, -115s. I don't know. I've been capping hockey my whole life. I'll be wrong. I'll take it. I'll take it if I'm wrong. If I miss the most obvious play in the world, that's fine. To me, it's worth putting a unit on the Colorado Avalanche and them winning just so I can roll back and be like, I can't believe you fucking guys were all over Winnipeg.
I'll be back. I gotta do some shite real quick. I handle some dinner things, I guess, since it's 5 p.m. now. Take this up with me.
Dodgers 2-0. I don't know. Dodgers. I think the Dodgers in a month or two will start rolling. But here's the deal: it's like you're still never going to get value on them, even though they're not playing well. They're losing. They're still not.
I think he's saying the Dodgers are up 2-0.
No, I know that they are, but I'm just saying betting them going forward. Like they're still not going to be bet. I mean, if you're betting them, you're still betting the run lines. You're not betting their money lines. If you are.
Let's see how my Major League Baseball did today. Fucking White Sox. God damn it.
Blue Jays are up. Diamondbacks are up. Mariners and Rockies. Why do I even fuck with them? Jesus Christ. A run.
That's how I feel about that fucking White Sox Philly series. I just kept taking it. I'm usually a lot. I guess there's too many sports. I'm usually a lot better about, like, if I lose once or twice, I'm shut down. I'm not taking it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that NBA game, I'm not even going to touch that again. If the Magic could come back and win, it's just not going to happen. What are we going to do here?
Well, we are rolling. We've got what do we have here? We've got halftime of this Mavericks Clippers game. Kind of sucked all the fun out of the room. I would say
it did, because are we going to cheer? We can't even root for either side. They're just fucking them up. Oh man.
The only thing I can root for at this point is PJ Tucker to come in because it's such a blowout. And then he goes out there and scores a point for plus 225.
That'd be good.
That's about the only thing that's going on in that game. The NHL, we're 3-1 here. 5.5 minutes left in the second period. 3-1. The Rangers are up over the Capitals. And then we have a smorgasbord of Major League Baseball right now. The bottom of the ninth, the Orioles are up 5-0 on the Royals. That game's going under. The Brewers, bottom of the ninth, 6 up. That game's over. Brewers won. That's going to be an under. I think it was 2-0 Brewers. Joe T's Brewers. The Marlins are up 6-3 in the bottom of the ninth on the Cubbies. And here we go. The Mariners and Rockies. They got a runner on first and third. 2 outs, 2 strikes, 1 ball, and Klaas at bat. Diamondbacks, Dave's Diamondbacks are up 1-0 right now. Beating them up. Ciccone. Playing okay. How about that? 2 innings pitched, no earned runs, no hits, 2 strikeouts. 2-0. The Dodgers are up over the Mets. And then the Blue Jays. Here we go. Blue Jays are up 2-1 over the Padres. It's all happening, Dave.
I wonder if they're going to blow them out. I don't know. When's that Avs game? 2 hours? Yeah, 2 hours.
Cole Makar is cutting down his stick. He likes to cut on the stick as well. Little backstage interview there. They showed Cole Makar. I'll tell you what. Why not Cole Makar to get a goal tonight? What's that look like? I will have to reevaluate what I know about hockey if fucking Winnipeg Jets win this game. I'll tell you what, I like Ehlers to score for Winnipeg. Fuck them anyways. Plus 280. Wouldn't be surprised this first period goes over. Cole Makar, plus 450 anytime goal scorer. I just watched him cut his stick down and be happy about it.
Mike, should we turn into a zombie early today?
You could fucking pack a little green?
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I'll pack some green with you.
Why not?
I was thinking about the what is it called there? The why can't I think of the name of it now? The donation process there. Get you a nice fucking Jesus bomb.
No. I'm not turning. First of all, I have a very, very small. This is a teeny tiny, and I basically take a hit or two and I'm done. I would love to get to the point where I can roll a joint again, but I'm not risking getting out of control.
Did I ever tell you the story about when I went to Amsterdam and I couldn't roll joints?
Yes, with the chick. Yeah.
Yeah, she was so mad at me. Because I was only rolling blunts. Like I roll Dutch Master. I'm one of the guys in the front of the Dutch Master there. Take the outer leaf off, then crack the center core and roll it back in there. I can roll Philly, whatever. Blunts were fucking my specialty, but joints were my struggle. When I went to Amsterdam and right off the gate, fucking asked a girl. She was definitely a lesbian, which is fine. But she was there with her girlfriend. They fucking gave me the weed. They gave me rolling papers, and they were like, "Here you go." And I was like, "Well, who's going to roll this for me?" So I fucking literally looked at the girl, and I was like, "Can you roll this?" You would have thought
a death look.
She didn't just give me the death look. She had a lot to say about it. You can't roll a joint? And I was like, "Well, no, I roll blunts." Blunts? The fuck's a blunt? You can't roll a fucking joint? You're hearing? I mean, she was so mad. It's like, you don't. If
So
somebody
much
asked
for
me to
your
roll,
opportunity.
look, I don't want to be out of line, but if somebody said to me, "Can you roll me a joint?" I'd be like, "Sure."
Yeah.
Give me your shit.
Come on.
I'll roll a joint for you. Whatever you need. Like, how long does it take? 30 seconds? This chick was fucking pissed. She was beyond pissed. I couldn't believe it. I remember looking at my girlfriend, that same girl I was telling you guys about. She was like, "I can't believe how mad that girl was." I'm like, "Yeah, she was angry." But as it turns out, in Amsterdam, they got these hookah bars, and they got the pipes and shit running all through the
I've
ceiling.
seen it.
So when you buy weed, you can borrow a bullhead and drop it in, and it turned out it didn't have to be the fucking extravagant ordeal that this girl made it out to be.
You fucking bitch.
Fucking asshole.
All right.
You can't. I couldn't believe she made me. I felt so small. And the best part was I spent 5 days in Ireland before that. The Guinness factory, the Jameson factory. I was blackout drunk for 5 days. I'm rolling into a fucking. I went to Amsterdam for the second leg of the trip for 5 days, and this chick was first day trying to ruin my trip.
And was she the person that was selling you the weed, like the person at the counter?
No. She was just. It was sketchy. It was like a random San Francisco style coffee shop where you walk in and there's like nowhere to stand, and it's just two people sitting at the counter, and they had the menu. You pull the menu out just like you would expect. The menu pops out. They got this bud, that bud, this brownie, that brownie. I picked my weed, fucking gives it to me, and I was like, how the fuck am I gonna smoke this? No disrespect.
I can't believe it's like, obviously you're a foreigner. What if you're like a newbie? Like, let's say you're a newbie. Like, let's say you really are not a weed smoker. She's trying to make you feel bad. What a cunt, man. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You want to know what
the best part about that was, though, with the company I went to, we had the you qualify for the President's Club. It was a sales trip, so you qualify for the trip. They sent you out there, and then you could deviate your trip, and it was $100 to deviate your trip. So, instead of flying back, I'd go anywhere I wanted for $100. I was like, fuck, I'm already in Ireland. I might as well go to Amsterdam, right? So $100 for me and my girl each, so $200. You get to Amsterdam, you get to the airport. It's a high-speed rail system. So, literally the train's fucking rolling 120 miles an hour down the track to get to we went to the red light district. The fucking hotels in the red light. We stayed at the Crown Plaza. It was it was $35 a night to stay at the Crown Plaza, right in the heart of the fucking red light district. It was fucking outstanding. Pot shops everywhere. It was so glorious. And then see you next Tuesday. Rolled in and fucked shit up. Best part is I had so much weed. I definitely didn't manage it appropriately because it was cheaper, and you're over there. And we went to leave. We had to get back on the train to go back to the airport. I had probably I still had probably like a quarter. And so I ended up buying some little shit ass one-hitter pipe. And I just kept packing it and smoking it, packing it and smoking it, packing it and smoking it. I tried to smoke an eighth of the quarter I had left. And then we got in the thing and went back, and I was like, all right, I gotta get to catch this plane. I was gonzo. So I left. Yeah. I left it. I left the eighth or plus, almost the quarter, plus the pipe and a lighter, just sitting next to a fucking homeless bum. So here you go, dude.
You found a bum. I was just thinking about you should give it to someone, but you chose a bum.
Yeah. I gave it to him. Here you go. He didn't look happy either. He looked upset. He was like, fuck. He gave me the fuck you look. Fuck you people in Amsterdam.
I knew you, yeah. I've heard tons of stories of complete horrible, like inhospitable people in Europe, every country they go to. And actually it's mostly the Western countries like France. And,
France is the worst, dude. I've been to six countries in Europe. France is the absolute fucking worst. I went to France twice for work, both times. The fucking people in Paris, particularly, assholes. They were They don't. First of all, you think you can get by? Most of the places you go in Europe, you can get by not speaking the language. In Paris, you are offending them by not speaking French. And then if you ask for anything and you can't speak French, they're assholes. Like the waiters. I went, I think I was drinking Grey Goose and tonics at the time or something like that. So they bring out the Grey Goose, they bring out the tonic. There's no fucking ice in the glass. So I'm like, well, you got ice? Guy didn't understand what I was saying with ice. I had to look it up. Avec glace. He looks at me and he's like, he gave me this. I'm like, fuck you, dude. Give me some ice. Unbelievable, these people in Paris. No speak a de language.
Yeah, I've actually heard good things about Ireland and Great Britain. I hear that they're pretty okay. But like Spain, France, Germany, Italy, all those countries, I've heard of like more negative like almost anti-American type stuff. Attitude than Eastern Europe. Eastern Europe, they're super friendly, I've heard, which is the opposite.
Right up until they chop you up and serve you for fucking dinner.
Well, that's probably why they're trying to get up on you or something.
Like Hostel.
The movie Hostel? Yeah.
Yeah. They'll bring you out to a special little retreat, and then they'll drug you and chop your fucking arms off, make you smack you with them. I think Ireland was probably the best. Was it Ireland or Germany or the best two places? Irish people are fucking down. They don't care. They're just drinking. They don't give a fuck. They're drinking pints morning, afternoon. They're coming out to lunch, pint. It's all good. Voodoo Ranger says, Mike, what mob runs stat recording in New York sports? I see the most stat correction in their games versus any other. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that one. Voodoo Ranger.
All right. Is there any play? I need some action in this NBA game. Just looking at it is pissing me off. Can we bet anything in this hockey game, like a total or maybe the Capitals or something? I kind of don't want to bet the Capitals, but I want some action.
Well, I talked about the Capitals plus 2.5.
Yeah, I just don't want to be. Do I want to have a bet on their side? I just fuck them. I mean, it is money. Money's money, and I really want to win my $5 bet on the Rangers, but I mean, you know.
Nicholas Handy says, "Does it really smell like piss there in Paris everywhere?" I don't know if that's a serious question or not, but I was like right outside the Arc de Triomphe there, right like in center Paris. I wouldn't say that my recollection was it smelled like piss. I just remember that there were a lot of assholes and a lot of scammers too. A lot of scammers. Like there's a lot of dudes that were like on the street selling like allegedly like hand painted pictures of the Eiffel Tower or Moulin Rouge or whatever. I just remember that, and they were all like when you unfolded it, it was all cracked, and I just remember there was a lot of scammers and grifters in Paris. But I don't remember the smell of piss. Maybe I wasn't fortunate enough to be in that situation, but I don't remember the smell of piss. Shout out Nasty Nate says, "How about them Clovers, baby?"
I used to know a guy that used to use as an adjective piss smelling. So that piss smelling whatever it was, and it usually wasn't. Usually was like a very prejudiced word noun after that. But we could the piss smelling Parisians. We could do that.
Yeah, Nicholas Handy says, "I heard it stinks bad ammonia." Listen, I don't remember. I don't think it's been a minute since I've been there, but I don't remember one time thinking it smells like piss here.
Those Frenchies have really acidic urine. Apparently, it smells like ammonia.
I never smelled piss. Maybe I did, and I don't remember it. But
he says it's dirty. My grandpa, he went there a few years ago. He says it's super dirty. Like it's just like everyone.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't clean. And I remember I was there for work the first time. Well, both times, but the first time I was talking to some dude. It's a weird setup they have. Like the culture is different. Like you got Paris, and then think of the spokes going out. Like people lived in Luxembourg and like all the outside countries, but they had no problem, taking the train in for like they would work for 5 days and then they would go home for 2 days. So I synced up with the dudes that were living in Paris for 5 days that were, married with kids, but hanging out at work for 5 days. Cause I felt like those were the dudes that were going to know what was up. You know what I mean? So, I remember my mother was like, "You're going to Paris. You got to take a picture of the Moulin Rouge stuff." And she's like, "I love that movie, Moulin Rouge." And so I was like, "All right, that sounds good." I get the Moulin Rouge. I said to the guys, I was like, "Is this Moulin Rouge?" "Yeah, this is Moulin Rouge." I looked around. I was like, "There's no way I'm taking a picture of this and send it to my mom."
It's dirty as fuck. Yeah.
Oh, dirty, red light, fucking brothels. Dude, it was seedy and seedy as gets. It was crazy. I came back and I got her one of those cracked up paintings I was telling you about from fucking the Eiffel Tower. So when she gets the painting and she was like, she wanted the Moulin Rouge picture. And she was like, "Did you get pictures of Moulin Rouge?" And I was like, "Your Moulin Rouge and what I saw aren't the same thing." And so I tried to explain that to her nicely. And then I gave her the picture that was all cracked. Fucking.
Here's a consolation prize.
Seedy, man. Seedy.
Here's a question. New York Rangers over 4.5 goals is plus 105. What do they think they're going to just shut it down? And I think that they should do that. That'd be smart, wouldn't it? Shut it down. Caps is over 1.5. So what do they think this is going to end? 3-2? And what's a better bet with the total? So the total is 6.5. It's way juiced to the under.
I would think 4-1. I got to take a piss, Dave. You cool for
Go
a
ahead,
second?
take it. I'll hold it down. Yeah. Manhattan smells like piss, but I love it there. Yeah, I'm not a big New York guy. I've been in New York tons of times, but New York City. It's okay. People either really love it, so I don't hate it. I don't bag on people for liking it. It's just not my thing. I guess obviously I have antlers and shit on the wall, and I live in the middle of nowhere, kind of. Mike Yam looks like reverse line. Okay, we'll wait for him. You have the Rangers under 5.5, so I hope this game shuts down. I think they do too. I just wanted to get a bet on it. I have a stupid bet. I bet the Rangers money line, which if you guys have heard me, a lot of you guys have heard me before. I don't bet juice. It's not my deal. But I did it just out of spite because the Capitals, I'm losing my eyebrows and my hair on Wednesday. I bet that I lost because of the Capitals. So I think the Capitals get swept. I think that they're a waste of a team to go to the playoffs. I say that about all Washington teams. If they were to get on a boat and we pushed them out to sea, no one would ever remember them. The Wizards and the Commanders and the Capitals. Even though the Capitals are technically the best DC, or the most interesting DC team because they've won recently, right? Besides maybe I don't know if there's a WNBA team or whatever. Does your book offer 6? I can look. Oh, I could find a book. I could open a book that does. FanDuel doesn't. Neither does BetOnline. I have 2 books open. Just in case everyone wanted to know, I have a legal book, the one I like the most, FanDuel, and then I have my favorite book, BetOnline, and I keep those open for live bets. I do FanDuel on my phone, and I do BetOnline on my computer. That's how. If anyone's interested in that. I think you should keep. I was a guy that would keep one book open for live, but I think if you can figure out a system to have 2 and just have 2 and cover everything, especially when you're betting so many different sports like we do. Like we're not just betting baseball and basketball. We're betting UFC and horses and Mexican soccer. So you want to be able. Not a lot of books cover a lot with those, especially domestic books. We're betting PFL. One book shuts down all the preliminary fights after a certain time, and another book you can bet them live and right before the book. So that's another example of why you'd want 2 books open. Both teams to score in the third period. I don't know, bro. I think they shut it down. I think the Caps might score. I don't think it's a bad
both teams scoring the third period. That's not a bad bet. What's that pay?
I don't think it's a bad bet. I just don't know.
Coin. That one got me thinking. Let's take a look. Because I can see the Capitals scoring one more. They're fucking too stupid to know they're bad. And then the Rangers come out there and get the empty netter, and that's 4-2, and they both score.
Plus 125. I mean, I'll hit it with a little bit if you do.
I'll throw $25 on
it. FanDuel has it plus 125. Third quarter, both teams.
Just switching to FanDuel. It's a sign. I was just switching to FanDuel.
I'll put a little bit on it. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'll play around with that one a little bit. That sounds good. What we know about Shesterkin is he could let a goal up. And by the way, I took the Ovechkin over 3.5 shots on goal prop. I'll have to look and see what the odds were. I think he's got 5 or 6 shots already.
I could see, the best case scenario would be the Rangers getting a goal and then not giving a fuck and just letting.
Where did you see both teams to score on FanDuel?
It's in the third. You go over to the third period tab on the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. All right. Give it to me. Take a sprinkle on that. That sounds like some fun. I want to root for some goals. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only coin. That's awesome.
That's the only bet. I wasn't even thinking it. Great call. Let's see what happens, though. We need to get these goals. But I can see it being 3-2, 4-2 final. The +2.5 cashes, which I didn't play. Still out there at +140. Oof.
Oh, this NBA game.
Let's go, coin. It's a great call. Let's see if we get it. Subhuman says, "Does your book offer a under 6?" I might consider
I've
that.
thought there is a book I can open that can't, I think, but FanDuel doesn't and BetOnline doesn't. Not the ones I have open. BetOnline doesn't give any live differences, and FanDuel gives half a points. So they don't give a 6 if it's a 6.5. It's like a 5.5. Wait a minute. Do they do that in soccer? They do that in
about the second period or the third period exact goals is 2 +210. The lowest juice spot on the card is +210. 1 is +220. None is 1100. 3 is 310, and 4+ is 460. 2. I feel like I'm getting too cute with it. I'll take it anyways. I took it. If both teams are going to score, that's 2. Just playing around. Some sprinkle cash. We've done all right on this game here. Especially if the under 2.5 hits, then my same game parlay is in play to cash. Panarin goal, Rangers win, Capitals under 2.5 team total goals. I think it was like, what is it, +195? Wasn't glorious, but I love the NHL playoffs. Such a fun time. I got involved in the PSR contest.
Yeah, I'm not good. I don't know enough about it to be in that, but
I wish I took it more serious. I had 0 points yesterday, but I think I got 3 or 4 today. So that should put me right back up the standings. The goal should count for like 1.5 versus the assist is 1. It's regular hockey scoring for points. I get it, but we'll see. Question's going to be who has the right teams to advance. That's how these brackets tend to work out. You got to have the right spots that are moving forward. You got the wrong team, just like a March Madness bracket. You got the wrong team advancing. You could lose 3 or 4 rounds. You're fucking out.
But these are players, though, right? So it's like a fantasy deal.
Yeah, but if the team doesn't advance, then the players aren't advancing. You know what I mean? So if you take a team, say you take Dallas in the first round and Dallas gets eliminated, all those guys that are on Dallas, first of all, Dallas players are a bad bet because they don't score a lot anyways. But all those guys you take on Dallas, they're not playing. You're out. You just lost 3 rounds of productivity.
Well, still second intermission. This stupid game is fucked. Colorado and the Mariners can't score. It's so bad. Dodgers up 3-0. Yeah, maybe the second game. I don't even know in the second game. Maybe bet the under in the second game.
It's like I feel like with that White Sox game, that White Sox series, they got me 3 times in the same series. That never.
I might bet the under in that game. I might just say fuck it and bet the. I mean, what are they gonna? They're gonna score no runs and then hit a 11 run under over. I don't think so.
I think it was snowing there yesterday, so it's cold. The ball should not be flying at this point. I'm fairly confident it was snowing yesterday before the first pitch. The Clippers are continuing to kick the shit out of the Dallas Mavericks, 75-54. Dave, begs the question, were the Clippers free money today?
No.
Looks like they were.
I mean, I'm still betting the Mavs next game. I still think the Mavs win the series, but
the number one bet team to win the conference and the championship was the Dallas Mavericks.
Number one bet or number one odds? It was number one odds. It was number one bet.
Number one bet. Most people bet Dallas to win the West and Dallas to win the championship. For what that's worth. I mean, it doesn't mean anything other than conversation.
Everybody
that.
Well, it's of the top teams. They have they're probably the worst odds. I mean, the Nuggets and the Celtics were higher odds.
I would take the OKC Thunder before I took the Dallas Mavericks, knowing that information.
Pre-flop, if I had to pick a team, I guess I have to see the odds. I wouldn't pick. You know who I'd honestly pick, to tell you the truth, and this isn't a homer bet, I would have taken the Lakers, because if the Lakers beat the Nuggets, they're going to go the whole way. But they're not going to beat them. But if they did, this is the whole thing. The Lakers go to the play. The Lakers, AD's got to be, if AD's everything. But the Lakers do this every year. They're the one team that does this more than anyone. Everyone says the Lakers suck. Well, the Lakers get to the playoffs every year and then win, or go to the Western Conference Finals, or win a series. This is what they do. They say we're just squeaking in, and then we're going to play. They load manage all season. They load manage LeBron and AD.
I hate the NBA.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all.
I lived in Colorado for a while. Mile High Rockies was super fun time, but this was 10 years ago. Rock Pile Beers. Is that a brewery?
Yeah. Don't they do the taco thing too? There's like a taco thing on certain days where the number of runs get scored. Is it 7.5? I don't know. It seems like a fun. It's just cold, man. They shouldn't have a baseball team. It's going to be snowing next month. It's going to be May 20. It's going to be Memorial Day weekend. Snow's going to be in the forecast for Colorado. Fucking mark that one down.
You know, speaking of tacos and speaking of the Lakers, every time the Lakers held a team to under 100 points, Jack in the Box would give out coupons for 2 free tacos.
Did you see the guy the other day that missed something so that the fans could get, it was like free chicken or something?
No.
It was like 2 weeks ago, maybe. I say the other day. I don't remember any of the circumstances other than I just remember flash memory. It was on Twitter that some player in the NBA missed a free throw, so that if they scored like up to 124 points or something like that, the fans would get free chicken. It was like corn dogs in semi-pro. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Remember when Will Ferrell's running around trying to swat the ball out so no one scores because
the
ref calls the game. And he says, "Corn dogs, Jackie, for all these people." That's what it reminded me of. All right, so we do have an official live, locked, and loaded third bet. Somebody asked earlier for the bets that we have for the rest of the day. Listen, I'm going to tell you, I'm already on both of these first half unders in the next 2 games. We're now 10-2 to the first half unders. I'm good with it. I'm going to keep running it.
I'm on the full game under for the OKC game. I am on the Predators money puck line or money line. What else am I on?
Nasty Nate wants to know if you're on the Jets. Are you on the Jets? He's saying. I think he's saying that to you.
Me? No. I don't know what I'm on in that game. I'm on nothing right now. Everything's gone off. The only game that hasn't gone off is OKC under in Nashville. I could get on the Avs with Mike. I kind of think where the fuck did this come from? Everyone was like, who's winning the Western Conference? The Avs. Every time we'd ask that question for the whole season, it was the Avs was like the top answer. Wasn't the Jets?
Nobody said the Jets. Now all of a sudden the Jets are the I don't know. Dave, if I got to be on the island myself, that's fine. But if you're going to be on there with me, one of us has to hunt down the old fucking dragon. The other one has to make sure that we got a fucking place to sleep under when it rains. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Do you want to hunt me, sexy? Jackie Moon.
I'm gonna have to. You know what? I'm gonna write that down. We're gonna need some Jackie Moon clips.
You absolutely. I actually the hump me sec or when he's singing the song. I almost clipped that, but you can have it because that definitely needs to happen.
You wanna hump me, sexy? Well, how about when he's sitting in the garbage can eating the fucking dirty shit? That's a great movie.
It is a great movie. No one talks about Will Ferrell in that. It's always fucking Elf or Old School or Anchorman.
Or when Snoop Dogg was in it. They did a good job with that one. Mm-hmm. I want my 7 or my 7. Nasty says I threw the Jets in a parlay without studying.
You're not alone. Dodgers up 7-0. Wowza.
Do you want to love me, sexy?
I also kind of want to find a bet in this Rangers-Braves game. Lorenzen is bad.
Matt Olson, RBI.
Okay.
He's hitting the 4-hole and he's hitting 500 against fucking Lorenzen.
Okay.
That's the cap on that one, boys and girls. You heard it here. Matt Olson, RBI. It was plus 138. It's fucking guy that's hit 500 against Lorenzen. And they need it. They fucking need it. Can't let him go out there and get the job done. I don't know about that Jets game. I talked about it so much. I don't even know if I need to talk about it anymore, Dave.
You know what's crazy is the whole Sunday night baseball unders thing. This game is up at 10 runs. The fuck? That's weird. That's too weird for me. And to probably sales over. The Braves. Yeah.
Oh, the Braves game? Yeah.
Not the Colorado. Yeah, it's 10. It's 10, but Sunday night. That's the Sun. That is the real Sunday night game. Yeah, right. The main game.
That's why Matt Olson's plus 135, plus 138, plus 140.
Yeah. What would be the under seems too fucking too obvious, right?
I don't know. It's tricky.
That's a lot of fucking. I mean, there's our two teams that can hit, and Lorenzen is fucking Garbo. Let's look at runs plus RBIs. Oh yeah, they don't have that on this book. I gotta go to this one. Let's take a look. See.
I just see cash continuing to pour in on this fucking. The numbers are still moving. The Winnipeg. The numbers are. Dave, I'm going to talk about this Winnipeg Jets team one more time. The numbers are still moving in on the Jets. They went from minus 114 to minus 100. Sometimes when you look at those numbers and you see they've moved 4 cents in one direction, it's also moved 4 cents the other direction, where a plus 100 becomes a plus 104. Not in this case. Even money to minus 105, minus 114 to minus 100. I'm stoked about that game.
I really don't want to mush your RBI bet. I kind of like it, but I know if I take it, it's going to fucking lose.
Take it. I don't believe in that.
I have not.
I don't care who took it. There's nobody that could take one of my bets that I would say, well, there's one guy that could take one of my bets. Dave, you know who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would not feel good about it.
I kind of like the under too. I guess if I'm talking about it as much, I might as well take. Do I take a Ribby prop and the under? Can we do both? We can do both. It's counterintuitive.
Let's just root for the Ribby. Well, root for what you want. No, that's it. It's not you. He knows who it is.
Yeah.
If you're not sure if it's you, it's not you. He knows who it is. It's all fun, though. The ribeye, Matt Olson. We're in Atlanta. Matt Olson, plus 138. I got it at. Plus 138. Matt Olson, Atlanta, RBI.
It's plus 105 right now.
Well, you got to look at another book then.
Well, I guess I don't care that much. Plus 105. I mean, plus one. But then again, Marcelo Zuna's plus 105. Austin Riley's plus 100. There's just doesn't seem like that's a bet.
We're expecting runs in this game.
That's why maybe I like the under. The under's 9.5 on that book. What is it on this book? It's 10. Plus 105. I mean, that's for a player prop. He has 4 at bats, right? Minimum. I got an hour and a half to think about it. Maybe I just double up on the Avalanche. Maybe that's what I should do.
I'm going to have a small fortune on the Colorado Avalanche. You know what? I hate to even say that because I don't want to steer anybody wrong, but it doesn't look like I'm steering anybody wrong. It seems like everybody thinks the Winnipeg Jets are scoring. I'm laughing. I shouldn't laugh. I should take it serious. Dave, I'll take it serious. You should. The Winnipeg Jets, who have been mediocre all season, are going to come out here at home, game 1, and handle this prolific offense that is the Colorado Avalanche. That's the cap. That's the cap, Dave.
But then why are you betting the Avalanche?
Don't worry about what I'm betting. You're already betting what I'm betting. I'm just painting.
I haven't bet it yet. I'm thinking of. I've been thinking about the Avalanche for days now. I just can't. That series scares me the most of any series.
Why? What about that series scares you the most?
Compared to other series about betting it? What scares me the most because because it's the most bettable as far as the odds. It's the just look at what the money lines were, but it scares me because it also scares me because I think the Avalanche are a better team, and it's like one of those things where if they're so close, and maybe this Jets love is right. You know what I mean? Like they're evenly matched. So I'm betting the game. I'm there. I can't bet this Capitals in New York game because unless you find an extended line or a total or whatever, but they're so close. You pick your side that you think are so much better, and then you lose every bet. That's kind of like when some of the Carolina Hurricanes lines last year were bettable against the Panthers. I was betting them every fucking game. And look what happened.
I think if you look deeper into why people don't like Colorado, it's because of their goaltending. Georgiev, I get it. Not the sharpest crayon in the box, but and then Annunen, though, the backup that they have that they brought up, don't discount the benefit of upper management. They brought this guy up, I don't know, 1/8 of the season left, 1/4 of the season left. And he came out there. He got plenty of face time. He's shown a good GAA, goals against average. He's shown a nice save percentage. Annunen has almost got better numbers than you see with Georgiev. And Georgiev is going to be their guy. They're going to start with this guy. They'll see what happens. But I think as they roll through this thing, they may flip back. And that's the benefit of having 2 guys. And Annunen's that guy that, to me, he's a sleeper. Subhuman Gotcha says, Avs weak on the road. Yeah, I get it. I got it. Yeah, Subhuman. He says, have some of the best goaltending in the league. Jets do. Yeah. I mean, Hellebuck, and no question about it. They can only start one.
One team has one team's goalie is good, one isn't, and then one team's offense good, and the others isn't. It's exact opposite. It's polar opposite.
Dave, I'll tell you what. It's a very rare treat that we get to bring on a guest.
Oh, nice.
Who lives in the north, almost north of the Arctic Circle.
What?
And it's April. And he's got himself a suntan. Let's bring on our next guy here, fresh from vacation, ready to roll. Got in at 1:30 this morning, and yet he's going to be rolling with us here live. There's our guy.
There he is. I thought you were talking about your brother.
No. That's Joe T.
You have real color on you.
Look, he's got some
Color
color. Let's JT, I'm just going to zoom in on you for a minute. I hope you don't mind. We want to see the suntan you got. Look at this guy.
It's already starting to peel.
He's got color.
Yep, we got some sun. Fuck, it was hot.
Sorry. I didn't mean to be a dick move like that, but we wanted to see you. Came back from Florida. How was Disney World? Give us the breakdown, my guy.
Did not go. We did not go to Disney World, so thank God. No, we went to like Cocoa Beach and pool, and they did. I didn't do the Space Center, but they did the Space Center, Kennedy Space Center. But it was good. Good week, long week.
Yeah.
Cashed a lot of first period overs.
Yeah, got one today already.
Yeah. That's great, man. So
just relax.
How long were you in Florida? How many days you spend down there on the old tropical coast?
7.
Whew.
Well, 7.5, I guess, because we didn't fly out till 9:30 last night. But
Man.
fuck, how do you guys do it with this East Coast time? Everything's so late. Every sporting thing's late.
Cocaine, my friend.
Like,
Cocaine.
oh,
No, I'm just
fucking-
kidding.
First baseball game at 12:10. Oh wait, I'm not back in Minnesota. It's 1:10. You gotta wait fucking forever
That's
when you
right.
get up.
Yeah, dude. I remember one time I flew into Florida, Melbourne, Florida. It was in Florida, and it was on a Monday. And the Monday, it was like 11:30 at night or 11, I can't remember. And the fucking football game was still on. I'm like, holy shit! And I'm not used to that at all.
I remember
I don't get it.
conversely, when I was in Hawaii one year, fucking
Oh,
we
yeah.
woke up. I don't know, it was like 8 or 9 Hawaii time. I'd been there for like 10 days. So I was acclimated to the culture. I woke up on a Sunday. Fucking football games were at halftime. The NFL 1 p.m. games were at halftime when I woke up. I was like, God damn, what happened?
Yeah, it was a good time though. Very relaxing.
Did you catch any fish on you went deep sea fishing, didn't you?
No, we did not. Her dad did.
Fuck.
Me and Braylon did not catch anything. We didn't catch it, but there was the same kid. He was probably 14, 15, caught 2 probably 4, 5 foot sandbar sharks.
Wow.
But they have to they just cut the line. They don't let them get on the boat. But yeah, those are pretty sweet. Let's see if I can find the picture of them. But no, we didn't catch anything, but it was fun. Like 20 miles offshore. Took us an hour and a half just to get there to fish.
Yeah, been there.
How was the weather? Did you have nice weather?
85 and above.
No clouds and bullshit?
Humidity.
Not really.
Nice.
That was the one shark that one kid got. He got it twice. He got 2 sharks within a matter of probably an hour. So
Well,
yeah,
we
it
need
was
some.
good.
We need a goal. We need a goal on this fucking.
seen
2
some
goals.
big ass fucking cruise ships.
We need Washington to score here. We need a Washington goal so that the Rangers pulled, or that the I guess the Rangers goal. Yeah, we'll see. I went to Cabo San Lucas a bunch of years ago, and I went deep sea fishing. Expensive. It's fine. They let me drive the boat. The best part about driving the boat was the guys that were with us sitting off the back of the boat puking because I was yawing into all the waves. I was embracing the action. Nonetheless, I caught a fucking shark. There was one on the line. They were like, reel it in. So they were like, I think it's a shark. I was like, fuck yeah, let me reel a shark in. You could only imagine how I was. And I'm yanking, I'm yawing, I'm doing all the things. And I had a fucking video. I had one of them. It was before the camera phones are where they are. It was only like 12 years, 15 years ago. But nonetheless, I got a camera out, fucking taking the recordings of it. Fucking shark cresting. It comes up. You can see its fucking teeth. Bring it back to my room. Somebody fucking broke into my room and fucking stole all my shit. Stole my camera. Stole my shark video. Stole everything.
Stole the shark video.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they stole the camera. I had no backups. It was who knew I didn't have backup. Nonetheless, I fucking bitched like a motherfucker. Let me tell you, it's not a lot of times I go all in, but I went all in on this fucking trip to Cancun. It was Cancun or Sabo. I think it was Cabo San Lucas. Nonetheless, doesn't matter. We had private dinner set up at one of the fucking restaurants. They shut it down. I told him, go back and get the fucking tape. You can see the tape of they saw it. They saw that it was one of their guys. Fucking bottles of it was an unbelievable extravaganza. Brought 4 bottles of Don Julio home. I brought fucking, oh man, they hooked it up. But Cabo San Lucas, bunch of thieves. My shark video missing. I would prefer to have my shark video than all those bottles of whiskey I drank, tequila I drank. Fucking thing crested. Oh, it was glorious, glorious photography. Stolen. Arizona scores 3-2. Arizona's up.
Thank God. Thank God I didn't take the first 5.
Did San Fran win the first 5?
In the bottom of the 5th. So
yeah.
So I didn't take. I took the 4. Did you, San Fran?
Yeah. I got him first 5 in full game. Well, I got him first 5 in full game, but you know. Oldie says, make shark fishing great again. No. It was fun. Did you guys drink a bunch of beers, Joe T? No fish?
Well, they didn't have the beer that I drank there, so I just drank vodka most of the time. I drink one beer.
It'll be worse, my
only
guy.
a Midwestern beer.
Milwaukee's best?
Make Golden Light. No, make Golden Light. They only have it in up here. They don't have it in Vegas either.
I've never heard of it, so yeah.
Gotta get that thing global. Come on. It's so good. They drank tequila and margaritas and I don't drink tequila.
Tequila makes Dave's clothes come off.
It did. Actually, one time I slept in my clothes, but I ripped the shower head out of the wall in Ensenada, Mexico, and I had to pay a bunch of money. They were going to arrest me. I got roofied. I've told that story. I was with my girlfriend and her 2 friends. It was 3 girls and a guy. We went to. I only had a couple beers and a shot of tequila all day long. That was it, because I was kind of watching them because they were getting nuts. Then we go to this bar, and which is strangely, I wasn't 19 and I was 18, and there was some guy that was like 50 years old that had a sweatshirt from my high school, which was kind of crazy. But then we go to the bar and they're shooting shots in each other's mouth, and I don't want to do that. That's I don't want to be fucking gay like the guy behind me shooting a whistle, but he lines us all up and squirts it in. Well, for whatever reason, 30 minutes later, I don't remember anything, and I wake up and all 3 girls are on one bed. I'm in the other bed, covered in my own puke, and the shower head's ripped out of the wall. The guy in the they blow the whistles and do, and they put the shots in the girl's mouth, squirt them. They had the roofie bottle they squirted me with, not the girls. They fucking mixed it up. It's the only explanation I have.
Jeez.
There you go.
Well, that'll happen.
Yeah, well, it's all good. You know, Dave,
I'm
4
sure
drinks, blackout and 4 drinks. You kidding me? You guys have seen me. Fucking never mind. Doesn't matter.
I'm sure at some point along the way I told that story about the New York City roofie job. I'm not gonna tell it again.
No, I know about another one.
At some point, it was bad.
I've heard you tell one roofie story, and that will never be told again.
It was probably the New York City one.
No, it was
credit card.
Different country.
Oh, wow. Apparently it's happened twice.
I think there was a roofie involved. I don't know.
Oops, that'll happen. I like cocktails. Somebody gives me a cocktail, I'll drink it. Question what's in it later. As long as I have my kidneys, I'm still good. Oli says this first NBA game's getting chippy.
It's not even worth watching. Yeah.
That it wasn't New York City. No.
You got diddied.
No. Not New York City.
They gave the cocktail. It's called the Puffy. That's the name of it.
Hostile. Let me just say I prevented a hostile incident. I don't mean hostile incident. I mean a hostile if you saw the movie. They're persistent. You wouldn't want my kidneys or liver anyways.
Yeah, really.
I already compromised them. There's no value in those ones.
So what are they going to do to us? They're going to hang like an hour out there before anything else starts? That's kind of lame. So East Coast time. Baseball is 7. Baseball is 7. NBA is 7. NHL is 7. It's all 7.
Yeah.
I'll just have to make some guacamole. I got some avocados. It's time for guacamole. Also, don't stay in a hostel in New York City. No, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't New York City, but I wouldn't abroad. Don't do it abroad. There's standards in New York. You got to go to a club and get roofied before they take your kidneys in New York. But overseas, it's a different story. Speaking of getting roofied overseas, let's bring our guy on next here. I don't know that he has any experience in this, but he does have experience in the NBA playoffs, and that's what matters most. We've got games coming up tonight. Let's bring on our next guest. Shark.
Yo.
Sharky Water Nations, baby. Catch the wave or get out of the fucking water. Let's go, Shark. What do we got, my guy?
Gentlemen, what's going on? Talk to me.
Yo.
I'm listening to Adam Levine singing Purple Rain, which is one of the best renditions of all time, in my opinion. So I'm coming off the rack. Mike said he's got cucumber in the rack. Apparently, maybe he doesn't. I'm joking with him. But it's beautiful, gentlemen. It's beautiful, gentlemen. And Joe, I haven't seen you on the air. My guy, what's going on, bro?
Hey, how are you?
Reasonable.
Just got back from vacation.
Word, I like that. Mike, lead us the way. What's going on? What's going on?
We're trying to get this cash, my guy. I'll tell you, Shark, the spot we've been on, I commented on one of your posts because of it here. The first half unders in the NBA have been cooking, man. We got 2 of them again today. We're now, 10-2? 10-2, I believe, in first half NBA unders in the playoffs. We got the Pacers and Bucks, though, 7 p.m. That's the game that I'm thinking about staying off. I'm thinking about I don't know. Shark, my theory has been I'm going to blind bet these fucking first half unders. We're 10-2. But this Pelicans Thunder game, the Pacers Bucks game, has me thinking twice about the situation. I don't know. Do you think there's going to be points scored in this game, or do you think my first half under can live true?
You know, I think the entire game is totally accurate. But I will say this: when you take Giannis off the roster, it's just that continuous conversation where we say to ourselves, "Oh, the team's going to play totally differently," and that's the problem, in my opinion. Like, where it's not so much that anything is either accurate or inaccurate, but I got fucked earlier on a spot where the players were not playing, and it just continues to go this direction where you take top players off the roster. Unfortunately, flip a coin to a certain degree, and I think you're right, 100%. But there's always that slight question mark.
I guess the question I have is, at this point in the game, and they should, but do the Pacers want to play any defense? And that's the question I have here, because we see they just want to go out there and ball. Halliburton wants to go out there and shoot 7 3-pointers, and the boys want to go out there and roll. But Siakam rebounds is definitely a spot that I like you to be involved with as well. I feel like this first half under, I just got to keep riding it. Go ahead.
I agree with you 100%. Like, I'm going to drink a beer with you. What are you drinking right now? Is that a vodka soda?
Well, vodka, splash of Red Bull. Let's go, my guy.
Fucking right. Cheers up, cheers down. Let's go.
Let's have ourselves a Sunday.
But I will say this. Unfortunately, with the NBA, sometimes you just get kind of pigeonholed into the shot volatility too. Like, you see, they'll hit shots, they won't hit shots. I mean, you saw look at the Sixers yesterday, bro. They were hot as fuck in the first quarter, and they couldn't do anything the rest of the game. And then all of a sudden, they hit 5 consecutive possession threes in the fourth quarter to push that over. And I was watching it. I didn't have an action on it, but I knew the spread on the over. In that fourth quarter, 5 consecutive possessions, 3 balls, both sides. And it's like, this is the volatility we experience in this sport right now. And it's like, when you're talking about this in terms of even the side or just the total, there's so much more gambling variance that we've seen probably in history, really.
I don't. This game, I'm with Mike. I mean, when you look at look at their starting 5, right? You look the Bucks, Dame, Patrick Beverly, Middleton, Portis, and Lopez. You say to yourself, that's a playoff team by themselves. That's better than Miami. That's better than a lot of starting 5s. And then you look at the Pacers, and they're kind of, I guess, evenly matched. Maybe better. I'd say better. They got Dame's a superstar. But they played so bad lately, and their coach sucked. It's like they did everything wrong, or they're doing everything wrong. So to me, it'd be Bucks or nothing. But I'm staying off the game. I'm with Mike. I can't do it.
No, and also the Pacers absolutely cleaned up these guys in the regular season. They were 4-1 and 4-1 straight up, and it's like, and Giannis scored 54 points one game and 64 points another game. So you say to yourself, and this is obviously the complete insanity of NBA basketball as we speak contemporarily here. But so when Giannis scores 54 and 64, you would think, okay, that would make the team worse when he's not playing. But this is all of a sudden maybe they're better. Like, I bet Indy to win this game 115 3 days ago, and I'm sitting here I'm not gonna lie, looking at my shirt, Coors Light, Mike in the house. Big dogs, but I don't love the play. Because when Giannis doesn't play, all of a sudden it's like these guys might play better without him, and it's just this constant conversation.
Yeah.
No, that's real shit right there. That's exactly what happens in these type of games too. Everyone sees the natural public reaction. Giannis is out. You got to hammer the Pacers, and then we saw it earlier. Kawhi. We see it with the Clippers. Who's out? Who's in? Who's out?
Dude, I had Mavs first quarter, and they were literally getting absolutely blown out. Yeah, horrible. And it's just the best player sits out. Just buy the team without the best player. It's crazy. I was saying this to people, and I firmly believe this. This is the first time in American sports, any sport, pick your sport, doesn't matter, where it's advantageous when your best player is not in the lineup.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. It's
beyond unreal. Beyond unreal.
The Jaw and the Grizzlies 2 years ago or a year ago.
Right. Remember, they covered every spread, the cash job.
Yeah.
Right. And bro, it's been like this for the last 7 or 8 years, really.
That's why Mike and I don't, this injury shit that people sit and wait for, it doesn't fucking, the only thing that matters is for props, who's guarding who, or if a guy is out, another guy's going to pop off. The spreads and all this. I mean, today we saw the Kawhi was out. The line went down 0.5 point.
Right. And then are like amazing, amazing. And it just goes like this group psychology idea where like in basketball, they don't want the best player on the court because these groups just function so much better without the best player, and they just flow. You know, like
boys, I gotta catch a refill and a piss. I'll be right back, Sharky.
For sure.
We need
boys. What are we doing?
Fucking.
Are we still sober? Like we're on this month-long thing?
No, I've been smoking, but not drinking.
Okay, yeah. You know, it's funny. My brother actually went sober for like a month, and he was like 420, 100%. I was like,
I just started I haven't smoked for 10 years. 2 days ago I did, and it wasn't because of 420. I'm trying to figure out like relaxing or keeping my mind off stuff, like not going to sleep till 3 because I'm not drinking. And it's been helping, but I'm not a big. I mean, like I have a teeny tiny like little hits and I'm done. And you know, I'm not one of these big stoners. But no drinking for me. It'll be 2 months in 5 days. So yeah, Joe, and I'm not done. I'm not done. Dave will be back. It's just.
You're like you look like honestly, like you look great. I mean, like real talk, like you look great. Like you look fit. Like you look thin. Like you're amazing. I mean, like I'm sitting here I drink Coors Lights because it's easy, you know, like it's not heavy beers and cocktails, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But Joe, what's up, bro? What's going on,
bro? Nothing. Just relaxing. We just got back from 7 days in Florida.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a little tired still.
Where were you? Where in Florida were you at?
Cocoa Beach.
Okay, that's actually where I live. I live in Melbourne.
Oh,
you live in Melbourne? I've been to Melbourne. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
I just told a story about flying into Melbourne.
Yep, right there.
That's so funny.
Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, honestly, like
that's great.
Like, yeah, it's like it's the non-Miami, Orlando like destination.
That part from Melbourne to St. Augustine, which I like a lot, is the place. I think that's the Florida place to be. It's not the South. Miami and Fort Lauderdale is its own thing, and then there's all the podunk rest of Florida. But that little part right there, south of Jacksonville, not Jacksonville,
right, coming straight down the coast, 95,
coming to where you're at, that stretch right there is like a livable place in Florida. I think
100%. Like it's actually like outside of the vacation Joe's talking about. It's just this general idea, like you're just not around people, and it's kind of nice. Like it's nice to not be around people, and like you sit here and like this is Mike and I talked about this. We were on a 40-minute call going back like a couple of weeks ago, and we were just saying like people are so irregular nowadays, and it's nice to not be around people. It really is, and like it's just it's fun, honestly, and that's why I said like with these Coors Lights, and if Joe's talking about Cocoa Beach, I'm talking about this is my life. Cocoa Beach, Coors Lights, relax, like just nothing. Like
cheers up, beers down, baby.
Exactly, bro, and that's kind of where it came from. Because I was sitting in the beach, basically, and I was like, holy shit. Because I'm from New York, you know, like I fuck with Philly so big. I'm from New York. And that's also why the series, like, drove me nuts when I was watching yesterday. Because I love Philly, literally love Philly. Because I lived in Allentown for a year and a half, and my girl's from there, or my ex-girl. That's also weird when you get divorced after 10 years. It's like, is she still your girl? Like, how do you think? But totally different conversation. But anyway. I was watching the game yesterday. I was like, I like both these teams. And when they pushed back in the third quarter, I was like, all right, I like this. And then the Knicks come back, and I'm like, all right, maybe I'm getting my fandom back a little bit. But it's like this continuous thing where, like, you know, Knicks fans have been deserted for, 40 years? 1974, I think. And it's just this constant thing where we have no loyalty. And I mean, Mike, like super real talk. Like when I was up there in Allentown, it was so nice to see Philadelphia, the fans at the stadium, this beautiful energy. I will say beautiful energy. Like I would have sworn I met you at the stadium because I was out there. This is when my girl was cheating on me, actually. So I was at the stadium. I was sitting in the fourth row, April 4th. I think a couple guys were like, "Yo, you weren't at the game because you didn't send a picture." And I was like, I'm so in the moment. I'm not sending a picture. But so I'm sitting in the stadium and she's cheating on me. So I'm like, all right, I'll let her fucking go. I go up to the bar. Like, the bar.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at this. It's the way you told it was ridiculous. But go ahead,
bro. We love it. I know it's fun. It's fun. Life is
Did
fun.
you just ban someone, Mike, from the chat?
I don't know who that dickhead was. Yeah, you know what?
He was in my chat. He was being nice in my chat last week. I don't know.
I mean, we're all like.
Sorry, your girlfriend's cheating on you.
He's not banned. He's just on timeout. We're here for positive vibes.
So you were out of the game while your girlfriend was cheating on you, and you knew it.
No, I didn't know it yet, but her vibe was like off center.
Oh.
And I was like crazily kind of like thinking to myself, like, what I was sitting in the fourth row right behind the bench. And I go up to the bar, and she didn't come up to the bar with me. And I was like, all right, like something's weird. Like kind of like off center vibes. And I was like, all right. So I go up to the bar, and this fucking guy comes up to me, just completely off the rack. And he goes, this other chick was like standing right next to us. And he was like, this chick's smoking hot, right? And I was like, yeah, she is smoking hot, actually. Like, what are we doing? And then my girl walks up like 20 minutes later after the game. They got their ass kicked by Miami. This is April 4th, 2023. And she comes up and she looked so hot. My girl. I mean, you guys know I don't fuck with like ugly bitches, right? So she looked so hot. But my guy at that point was like, wait, this is your girl? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, but the thing is, she was cheating on me at that point in time. So like, think about like synchronicity, like where somehow he knew and I knew, and we all kind of knew in that moment, like something was off. Because he was like, we were all like trying to like pull this chick anyway, and she was already like 3 layers deep into this fucking guy, and it was like, I was like, later on, I was like, yes, that made complete sense, because, and that's why I said, Mike, like it reminded me of you because like you're a Philly guy. It was like straight up like the bar at Wells Fargo, you know the bar.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, that's like, and it was like if you and I were having the conversation, like it was exactly like that. And like it was like I just rolled up like out of nowhere, and you were like at the bar with your brother or something. And I walk up and I'm like, yo, what up? And like just out of nowhere. And you were like, because I know exactly how you are. Like you'd be like, what's up? And I'd be like, yeah, like my girl's like fucking around, blah blah blah. And we would have fucking like taken shots and like we would have just like rode the wave basically. And then she would come up and you'd be like, oh, there she is. And I was like, yeah, there she is. And the thing is, like, one of those things with girls that are cheating on you, super unique. Dave, have you ever had a 10-year relationship with a girl that cheated on you later?
No.
Exactly. So listen to me on this. So it's one of those things where, like, you just, like, know the person so well, and then they just completely like out of nowhere kind of fuck you over. And I was like, that's why I said it's like Mike, because I know Mike, and I know Dave. Like if we were at the bar in Vegas, the Venetian or something, like we would fucking sit there for the next like 12 hours. Like no way around it. When my girl walked up, these guys, you guys are like, it's like the prototypes. You guys have always been the guys. You will be the guys. Those guys were standing there just prototypically, and they were like, this is your girl? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, and my guy was like, yeah, she's super hot. And I was like, I know, but she's probably doing some shit. And he was like, yeah. And then she was cheating on me. She had a fucking relationship on the side. So It's sick. It's sickness. It's the sickness, gentlemen. The sickness. Mike, what's going on? This is why I have these fucking Coors Lights, bro. Like, keep it light.
Hey, man. Fears up, fears down, baby. Sounds like she's missing out.
Yes, sir.
We're trying to cash here, though. We do need a Capitals goal here with a minute to go. I don't know that that's going to happen, but
I will say this, Mike. I will say this. During this sweat, isn't it nice for me to just completely just renegade the chat, like just fucking pop, like it's therapeutic. I mean, like it's like filibuster in the Senate, like just like.
No, listen. I don't want to watch the game with it's on, but I'd rather be entrenched in conversation. I'd rather have a good time with my friends, and we look back and we see what the score is doing. That's exactly how I prefer to handle it.
I agree 100%. Like, I think, one of the things with the chat, like, there's a lot of gamblers in the chat. I was talking to Dabby off the record. Big dogs. And, I think one of the things that I think you and I would have this conversation off the record, and I think Dave as well, probably, we want the outcome. We don't want the sweat. And it's one of those things where it's nice to just kind of just like chat, like, and just pontificate almost, like, during the game. And, it is what it is, but I'm definitely a firm, confident point where when I have a sweat, I would love to just get drunk with you guys and not just let the game flow on the side, 100%.
Well, I'll tell you what, Sharky. What we do here is we celebrate victories. We did have a Panarin anytime goal, Rangers money line, Capitals under 2.5 goals. It was a plus 195. So we're going to celebrate. We're going to do what we do. We're celebrating this plus 195 victory.
I'm not fucking leaving.
That's right. I'm not fucking leaving. Cash and money. Shark. This has been one of the most, I don't know. I don't want to say it's been my best NHL season. I feel like I capped the fuck out of the NHL, but it has been a great NHL season. We're rolling. We're cashing. We're moving on to this next game. Shark, this is the big one. The entire fucking planet says the Winnipeg Jets are winning this game. The entire planet. I don't know if you follow hockey, Shark. I get it. I know, Islanders, Rangers, you're a New York guy. I can totally respect that. But the entire fucking planet is saying the Winnipeg Jets are winning this game. 7 p.m. Have you looked at it at all? If you haven't, that's fair. But the entire fucking planet is on the Winnipeg Jets. Go ahead.
Bro, I love the emphasis. I'm super on it. I'm going to look at it right now. It's crazy because we were talking about this in a regular season point where there was like a total contrarian spot. And you and I had this conversation and we said basically like, this is like the stinky spot. There's no way this team's going to lose. And everybody was like, that's like the most, public spot in the world. So let me look at it real quick. Hold on. All right. NHL, 7 o'clock, Avalanche, Jets. Okay. I'm in there.
I'm so invested in the Colorado Avalanche at this point. It doesn't even matter.
You know what I like? I like the under. I think it's 3-2.
I like that. I like that score. 3-2. I'll tell you.
3-2.
I don't do it a lot during the regular season, but I do like in playoffs nailing final scores. I feel like you can get a handle.
I'm Mike. I know you love the line points. I'm looking at the lines here. When you got the under at plus 105 and the over is steamed at 130 in most books, they're baiting the over hard. And this just screams 3-2. And again, like this is like I think one of the best things about this conversation is like there's not a lot of people that want to bet this and like gamble on it and like actually sweat this. It's one of those beautiful things where like take the dog for a walk, come back 2.5 hours later and just see 3-2 because it's going to be sweaty. It's going to be sweaty. I don't disagree with you in terms of the game side. I just don't have numerically. I don't have an angle on it. You said the Jets. You think come up to it?
Listen, my overall assessment of bringing in feedback from everybody else says it. Let me look at the action numbers here. Let's look at the action. Not that I care. I haven't cared all season. We've been dominant. 47% of the bets, 78% of the money, like the Winnipeg Jets. They've moved from -114 to -110. So
you like the Avalanche?
I'm all over the Avalanche in this fucking.
Okay, I was actually going to say, look at
Shark. So many people say the Avalanche are going to lose this series. They're -120.
I like it.
My thought process on the Avalanche, and people say they're going to lose the series. I said, you know what? If you put a dime on the Avalanche to win the series at -120, there's at least one game that you can put $500 on the Winnipeg Jets to catch a win at +180. You're going to be halfway to your money, if not better. And I still think the Avalanche win this game, but everybody's all over the fucking Winnipeg Jets. Almost, if I didn't know hockey, Shark, it would make me say I don't understand what the fuck's going on.
The fact that you know hockey makes me feel very relaxed in this conversation. I like this a lot. Like, this is great. And honestly, like, we should go to a fucking hockey game in Vegas. I was actually looking at my birthday. If you want to come out there, August 12th, Vegas. We're going to pop off. My brother's going to be there. If you guys want to come out. Joe, I don't know you, but you look stressed. But come out to Vegas. We will be unstressed. And, but real talk, it's going down August 12th, Vegas. Already get a nice little package at the Venetian. So we'll be out there. And if you guys want to come out, see the Dutch, see if we can get Dabby Cab out there. Big dogs in the chat. Perky Bumps. Sanderson says, "What's up? I see." And I love these guys. He actually said, "I'm a straight loser and phony." I mean, that's beautiful. So, like, come out to Vegas and tell it to my face. I'll see you at the Venetian Bar, August 12th. If you guys want to come out and if you want to, say that I'm what I do. But I love you guys so much. And this is the thing about myself and Mike and Joe. Welcome to the party. This is what dogs do. We have haters. Kobe said it. Only top dogs have haters. So welcome to the party, Joe.
Let me have a sidebar conversation with my guy Perky Bumps. Perky, I love you, but this is my guy Shark over here, and I'm only asking you to show him a modicum of respect here. It's my guy. He goes on here. He does it on the regular. Perky, I love you, but I love Shark too. So let's find a happy medium, boys. Cheers up. Let's raise our glasses. Let's not talk about this again. It's been said, and we're moving forward, boys.
Yeah, I didn't know you guys knew each other, but it is what it is.
Wow. No, I know Perky will respect the word, and Shark, of course, I respect your word. So we can all be friends. We can all have a great time. Here's the difference. We're not competing with each other. We're competing with the fucking bookies. And if we can find a way to take that cash out of their hands and move it into ours, then that's what we should be here doing. So let's go do it. Let's get that money.
Let's be honest, right? Like, let's be honest. Nobody is sitting here knowing what we're doing, really. Like, I could have made a wager on, like, which I have done numerous times on the side of my actual channel and, like, living very generously. So people, like, are saying, like, you're a phony, you're fake, blah, blah, blah. I don't know who this guy is. It's just very, very interesting when people want to come into the randomness and say like, "Hey, I know you," and it's like you don't know anything, really. You have no idea.
No, I respect that, and I appreciate the stand. To me, I spent a lot of time cultivating my Twitter, my follower, my guys that I respect, and
Oh, bro, 100%. I'm not saying that.
that's
What
it.
what I'm saying is like off the record, you could have a nice bet that like could make your year, really.
Of
And
course.
it's like I know Jimmy is like so on the record. Like Jimmy is, in my opinion, one of the biggest dogs in the whole fucking industry. And you know, Mike, when you start to fucking jamming out like yourself, I mean, this show, bro, your show is wild. Like it's huge. So I'm not saying like left, right, or center on any of that. I love you guys so much. I think you guys are amazing. But my point is that there's sometimes off the record bets that could make your season that are like second half bets on an NBA game, and you're just like, that's 20,000. And that's a huge bet for you. So the point is, the record, it's more so the conversation. Like that's where like people trust you, they trust me. We don't trust Joe yet because he hasn't talked on this stream, but we love him. He's a golfer. He probably Joe, you're scratch, right?
Excellent drop in, Joe. You muted?
Yep. Sorry. I guess I was muted.
Yes.
I guess every time I tried to talk, it wasn't working. My bad.
What's going on, bro?
Nothing. Just I think I'm gonna take both these NHL games first period overs.
What did I'm just saying, you just said you just shit talk the entire Medicaid money. No, I definitely did not do that. So like this is where like a bunch of these guys like actually, and I will say this, like I think it's super interesting. I think it's so interesting. People will lie about you publicly to ruin you. It's like the the political game where like people will actually make shit up about you, and it's like, no, I didn't do that actually. So like apparently like that's the narrative. Wow, this guy has some serious vibe. Who is this guy? Like this guy wants to like. I would give him like a shot to my face. He could punch me in the face, and I'd say, "I'm happy for you that your life was made because you punched me in the face." This guy Perky, and also Perks. I will say this: my ex-girlfriend was a heroin addict. A lot of guys that make these comments, opioids. I see you, my guy. Sniff. I know, big. And I don't do it myself. I've seen it. So keep your shit real. Sniff that drug. Sniff that drug. And I know people that sniff that drug. They just don't know. I love people so much. It's not about letting it go. It's just real talk. It's just real talk. Like
I'll tell you what, I enjoy mostly embracing my haters. Like I appreciate everybody that loves me, but I prefer the guys that hate me.
You and I are like indisputably the guys. Like when I watch your show at 6:00, I'm like, this fucking
Wait, he's
guy.
got a show?
Yeah. Oh, well,
never heard it before.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm always saying, like, when I watch Mike, I'm like, he's so legit, like so legit. And these guys, we love them. And exactly, he knows. He said, you don't cross that line, Shark. So exactly what I know. That's why I said, like, because if you bump. And I'll tell you guys this. I don't do drugs. I drink Coors Lights, but I have done drugs. So I know that shit. And it's fun. It's a fun thing. It's a fun thing. Like when we go that line, as my guy said, it's a beautiful thing. Like when you go down there, it's like it's when Mike and I like went to parks and we were like hanging out at the racetrack, and he was like, all right, and this is when I was like 21. Now I'm 35. And he was like, yeah, like, so this is a nice little spot. I was like, yeah, it's a nice little spot. And we just fuck around. I mean, I'm fucking with you guys in the chat. I love these guys in the chat. I love the chat. Apparently is like live. Like, hey, bring your like at least like bring like at least more burners. Like, come on, guys, like pop off like more burners. We need like 10 burners. We got all the burners.
It's not even burners, it's just the boys. Let's go. It's fine.
Mike,
it's fine. Listen, everybody in the fucking planet is on the Winnipeg. Dave, I'm a hockey guy. You guys know that.
Who's making
cocktail deep? I still can't believe we're Winnipeg Jets beat the Colorado Avalanche tonight.
Is this the like honestly like people are just wild right now? What's going on? I'm not coming at people. I'm just having a conversation. So like you guys, Dave. I mean like USC Dartmouth. Like what the fuck is going on with these people?
What happened? What's going on?
The chat is like apparently I'm making threats. Like
what's going
on? What's happening?
Shark doesn't know me on the ground.
Respect my guy Sharky. I appreciate him being here. Stop with all the fucking Sharky nonsense here. It's my guy. I respect him being here. But I'll tell you what, boys. I do not respect this Winnipeg Jets action. I might be the only guy in America that thinks the fucking Colorado Avalanche can win this game. I don't understand. Nobody has given me a reason to believe Colorado is going to lose this game other than Brussois and Hellebuck are Vezina Trophy guys. Fuck you.
I'm with Mike. I'm with you. I guess I should pull the trigger. I want something to both root for. This is Mike. Okay, Mike, we had this conversation maybe 6 or 7 times on shows this whole season. We'd say, who do you like in the East? Who do you like in the West? Who was the number one team that was on the tip of everyone's? It was the Oilers and the fucking Avalanche, right? Those are the two teams everyone's talking about all season. No one said the Jets. In fact, we talked about how the Jets couldn't score. They're just a defensive team. They don't have a powerful enough power play. And I haven't heard one person on the Avs except for you. Everyone else is on the Jets.
I might die on the vine. I don't care.
No, I'm saying you're going to win.
I think he's right. 100%. I'm looking at the line. I think he's right. Like, I think there's massive contrarian angle to this game. Massive.
Well, the thing is, Sharky, and I follow hockey or not, I'm getting into it. I'm nowhere near Mike is. These are polar opposite teams. The Jets are a defensive team that doesn't score a ton, and the Avs are a prolific offense with a not-so-great goaltender. So how is everyone so confident? And by the way, the books aren't that confident. It's a pick 'em. How are they so confident?
Exactly. No, you're right. 100%. 100%. Let me plug in my phone here.
All right. Peasy's on the Avs. We all got a bit. If Peasy's on the Avs, that pushes me over right there. All right.
No, I agree. I want to plug in my phone so I can make this bet. Hard Rock, Florida here. We're in Central Florida here.
Dave, I'm on both first period overs too.
Love that.
You're not on that.
Loose regulation in the first quarter should be very neat.
You know what? I'd take that first period over too. I like that.
JT play of the day is always going to be a hockey first period over of some sort.
I like it.
No, I love it too. Love it.
All right, I'll bet them both. How about that?
Yeah, love it.
Colorado, bang, bang. Colorado goes up, bang, bang. All of a sudden, everybody's like, what? I thought the Winnipeg Jets were going to win this series. I thought the Winnipeg Jets. Yeah. Colorado. Bang, bang.
If you were going to boost either, probably actually boost the first period because it'll be juiced, right? I'm sure it will be.
Bang,
no,
bang, Dave. Bang, bang.
minus 120.
The Avs are taking a little money, minus 113. A little bit, not a lot, a little bit. Okay. First period, team shots on goal. First period total goals, 118. Oh shit! I have that $100 back for that dumb parlay the 4-leg parlay that they no sweat. Whoa, I love it. Let's double up on this bitch. How about that? We're gonna go.
Dave, new background. I see.
I'm just sitting in my living room.
Yeah, I know. But different, regardless.
Yeah, got the antlers in the back, and these pillows are here to block out the sun. My head blocks one, the pillows block the other.
Do you have a dog?
Yeah, come here. Get up here. Come here, lady. Get up here. You're right here.
Oh,
yep, lady girl. Good girl.
Bring her in.
There she is.
Oh.
You want to see? Watch this, because I have chicharrones here.
Oh.
Yeah. There she goes. She takes it off. That's why she's sitting there so nice. She'd be sleeping if I didn't have food.
No, I had a dog for a long, long time, and obviously went that direction.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a new dog, but I just haven't found the adoption or the avenue.
She's the best dog ever. She comes from 2 hunting dogs. One was a lab, one was a French Brittany. And we got her for $250. And she is I'm not a dog trainer, but I trained her how to sit and come to me, and she can run real far. And she is the best dog, most loving dog, listens to you. There's nothing about her that sucks. She's the best. Doesn't piss or shit inside. She's the best.
For sure. And that's I thought to myself numerous times, after, particularly when I had this breakup and the whole thing, it's a dog is just, beyond words, really, just huge.
Yeah.
But and Dave, I knew you were a huge energy guy, so that's why I thought you had a dog. So I was all right.
I don't like people. I've had living girlfriends and stuff, and one of the reasons I don't want to get married is I really like my own space, especially with doing this kind of stuff. But a dog is perfect because a dog will love you no matter if I left for 6 hours and came back, she still loves me. She's not asking me what I was doing or.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy, and I feel the same way actually. I had a girl, as I said, for 10 years, and after that, I thought to myself, if I go back in there, how am I going to function? It's kind of wild, honestly, in terms of being around a girl for that long, and then you go back in. I was on a date with a girl last week, and it was just kind of boring. I was just all right, I don't know, I was just all right, I don't, but it was more so my intention. I didn't want to be in there with that. And it's it's just one of those things. I don't know.
What if I parlayed these two? Avs to win in first period over is only plus 230.
Hold on. I just want to give a shout to Perky. Please snort more drugs, bro.
I don't mean to get in the middle of your fight, but that was just fucking ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this because I you're both my boys. Perky's my boy too, and I'm just seeing all this. Perky gets off the rails sometimes. So you got to he's like he's kind of you got to give him a little leash. Don't be disrespectful, Perky, but just
he's made a personal point. Like he wants to see this is what he loves right here in my face. So like if this guy wants to come on like hard, we can bring him on. I love him. Like as I said, snort more drugs. I can like it's illegal, but I have a couple guys. We can get you fucking like real like if you want like as you said, Percocet, Perker Bumpercent. Like let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. And the thing about this whole thing about he's actually obnoxious. Like, and I will say this: the loudest man in the room in the chat is always the most miserable person. Just remember that when this guy is talking, just remember that the loudest man in the room is always the most ridiculous. So keep it going.
It's all good, boys.
Mike,
we're about the end of the process.
This guy he's like very personally attacking you. This is not your guy. I don't know if this is your fucking guy. Who is this guy? Like, this is ridiculous. Like it's actually beautiful content. I love it. But I'm just saying, this is not your guy. Like, this is not a fucking good person. This guy is a miserable piece of shit. I'm just being honest. He's a miserable piece of shit. And that's why I said he's snorting fucking drugs. Because when you have this whole thing, and maybe he was snorting drugs when you thought he was a good person.
No, there's nothing wrong with snorting drugs if you do it, but not that
I'll tell you what, I do appreciate. I do appreciate all you guys on the panel. Sharky, you are my fucking guy. I love it. Cheers up, fears down.
You're my guy too. I love you.
I could care less.
I love you.
Joe T, I'm glad you're back from the vacation. Dave, my co-host, my brother from another mother. Let's shut it down, boys. We're on our way to listen.
Is this too much?
Here's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be sitting in the chair with a cocktail, waiting for the Colorado Avalanche to beat this fucking Winnipeg Jets team. I cannot believe everybody's so. Maybe I'm wrong, but let's go back here. Let's fucking shut this thing down. Let's start with our guy Joe T, back from vacation. Joe T, my guy.
What's up?
What are you up to?
I gotta go grocery shopping. That's what I gotta do today. We have no food in the house. We had to eat it all before last week. So we gotta go get some food.
Respect being back from vacation.
We all tomorrow morning.
I gotta get back. I got kids. I got things I gotta do. I gotta put some fucking ham in the fridge. Shout out to you, JT. But let's go hear our guy, the Shark, comes in.
Love you guys in the chat. Like, if you guys, real talk, when we go down to the scene, I love you guys. So for you guys that are talking shit, I see you guys. I love you guys. Let's drink a beer and have a good time.
That's my homie. Let's get after it. My homie here. We're kicking ass, taking names. Let's bring on my other homie here. We're shutting it down, Dave. It's all good. You look fucking fantastic. I wish you would drink a cocktail, but goddamn, you look svelte. What's going on?
Yeah, I didn't know we were ending so early, but either way, maybe we'll continue on my stream in a bit. But I don't have anything. Picks from Dave. You know me. If you don't know me, go look me up. That's it.
Our guy, we're rolling. It's all been good. Appreciate everybody hanging out, watching, rocking with us. Listen, here's the biggest takeaway. The entire fucking planet loves the Winnipeg Jets. That's it. That's all we have tonight. I'm all said and done. Go